frail mortal. How frantic and miserable your fleeting blink of existence must be. Each year growing weaker. What hope do you have? Any victory buys you mere moments of respite, while each defeat swells our ranks. While we grow ever stronger, you flail against the dying of the light. Better to join us in the embrace of death. Oh, what delights we can show you. Submit, mortal. We are inevitable. We feel hunger. Deep, growling hunger. Hunger that reaches deep down into your boots, rattles the marrow out of your bones, and slurps the blood from your veins until the very last drop. Hunger that bites harder than any cold of any winter, and topples even the mightiest beasts of Gur. We shall have our feast soon enough.
Hey guys, Carson here with sagaofdice. Today we're going to be doing a 2,000 point battle with the new GHB. Today it's going to be Soulblight Gravelords versus Ogor Mawtribes, and we are joined by Roman, who's never actually been on the channel.
Hi there. We're going to be playing Hours for the Taking today, which neither of us has ever played before, so we're going to see how it goes.
Yep. And as always, like and subscribe. There's a Patreon with more exclusive content, and we'll see you at the Battleplan.
Today we'll be playing Hours for the Taking. This is a 3-objective battle plan. The objectives are worth 1, 1, and 2. We have each a home objective and a center neutral objective. The center objective is worth an extra bonus point if it's contested by a Galician champion. Hi, I'm Roman. This is my Soulblight Gravelords army. I brought Legion of Blood today. My grand strategy is take what's theirs, so I'll be trying to get more of my units into my opponent's territory than he has. I took the Inspire Triumph, but I won't be using it because I'm at 2,000 points even. My characters are Manfred von Karstein, Neferata, the Mortar of Blood, a Necromancer, a Vampire Lord, number 1, with the Aura of Dark Majesty, Soulbound Garment, the Martial Expertise, Amethystine Pinions, Soul Pike, and Stubborn as a Rhinox. She gets the extra spell because I took a Warlord Battalion with spell enhancement.
Nice.
Last character down here is an Arcane Expertise Vampire Lord with Amethystine Pinions and Soul Pike. To fill out the rest of the army, I have 2 units of 20 Deadwalker Zombies and a unit of 10 Direwolves in Galician Veterans. A unit of 3 Fellbats in the back, rounding out the Warlord Battalion, and a unit of 10 Blood Knights, which, together with the Martial Vampire Lord, are in a Vanguard Battalion.
Nice. That's awesome. Looks really great. We'll be back with the Ogors List in just a moment.
Hey everybody, Carson here. So we've got 1990 points Blood Gullet Ogres. So just kind of going left to right here. We've got a unit of 2 Mournfang, and then right in front of them is the Slaughtermaster, who is got his 2 spells because he's Blood Gullet Butcher. He's got he has Blood Feast and Greasy Deluge as well. You were right. And then behind him is the General, which is the Frostlord on Stornhorn, who has the Arcane Tome as well as the Master of Magic command trait. So he's just going to be casting Flaming Weapon on himself 100% of the time, just for fun. And then he also has the Rockmane Elder mount trait, which just gives him -1 to wound. Right next to him here is the Tyrant, who is in a battalion with these unit of 12 Gluttons here in the Galatian Command, you guys said? Yeah, okay. He's also got a artifact, which is the Gruesome Trophy Rack, which just kind of buffs all of the other Gutbusters around him when they're targeting heroes or monsters. And then on top of that, he also has the Leadership of the Alpha enhancement, which just makes it so that he can triple cast any one of the command abilities. Or not any of them, but one of the 3 listed there. And then obviously there's the 12 Gluttons, as I mentioned here. behind them is the Butcher, who's going to be running Molten Entrails and Greasy Deluge with his Tenderizer, another unit of 2 Mournfangs, and the Iron Blaster. And that's pretty much it.
Nice. We'll be back with whoever's going first.
Alright, so this is Soulblight Gravelord's turn 1. I am going to be doing Cunning Maneuver with this Necromancer as my battle tactic. And for my heroic action, I'll be attempting heroic leadership on Manfred. And I get it.
Nice.
Cool. And as my heroic action, I'm going to be doing the same thing on the Stonehorn. And I also get it.
Excellent. Okay. Did you want to... I'm assuming you want to cast some spells?
I would love to cast some spells.
Okay.
Start of the hero phase, I'm before we cast any spells,
Yeah.
I'm actually just going to spend a command point each
Okay.
with the Mortarks to turn on both of their auras. So
Nice.
Vigor of Undeath and Twilight whatever. Whatever Neferata's is called.
Cool.
So I have 1 command point remaining. Oh, I'm just going to burn right out this turn, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
And let's cast some spells. So Manfred is going to attempt to cast an Arcane Bolt. Just to open her up with a 5, so that's cast.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Very good.
Just because I know you have a lot of casts, and I
do.
don't have a lot of unbinds.
And for his second cast, he'll attempt to cast a Mystic Shield.
Okay.
That is a 7.
Okay, I will attempt to unbind that one. That's going to be with the Butcher hero as +1 because he's near the Maw Pot. So I need to show a 7 for this one. That's a 7.
Okay, so it is dispelled. Next up, I will attempt to cast Amethystine Pinions on this vampire. I believe I am looking for a 5. Might be a 6. We'll double check. That is a 10, so that'll do it either way.
I don't think I'm in range to unbind that one, so,
Okay, so-
I'll allow it.
Very good. So she has some extra movement. I think the Necromancer is going to be out of range to cast any of his spells.
He could do his War Scroll spell.
We could do Van Hell's Dance. So let's do that on the zombies, just to have done something. I'm looking for a 6.
And what does this do?
Ooh, there's a miscast.
Never mind.
So he takes 1 mortal wound.
Or does he?
All right, 6 up ward, or can I bodyguard off a miscast wound?
I think you have to,
Oh,
but you can read it. You might as well.
Why would I have to?
A lot of them you have to. That's how they read now. Yeah, it says roll a dice. It doesn't say you can
Okay.
roll a dice.
Here we are then. 3 up, it goes on to the zombies. It goes on to the zombies.
And then 6
The
up.
zombies are taking it on a 6 up, and they lose a zombie.
Pink.
First blood.
Farewell, sweet
Yeah,
prince.
for blood. On to yourself.
Let's see, I've got a cast left on the Arcane Focus Vampire and 2 casts left on Neferata. Let's see if I do not have anything in range for Soul Pike, so the Vampire's going to chill. And Neferata is likely also out of range to cast anything on the enemy army. So we are going to cast her War Scroll spell as well, which is Dark Mist. I am looking for a 6. And is cast on a 7.
Okay, what does Dark Mist do again?
It's going to make a unit unrendable.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want to try and unbind that one with the Slaughtermaster. So I'm going to need to show a 7 for this one. That's cocked, but, well, it's a minimum 7 anyway.
Yeah,
but,
so you've got it. Okay, so it is unbound.
Cool. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is that because anytime they unbind a spell, they do have to roll the d6.
Right.
So they might hurt themselves. Nope. Ooh, ooh.
Sigmar!
That never happened. I'm sorry, Sigmar, please. And
Screw you, Sigmar.
Cool. So they're both fine.
Nice.
Awesome. They ate their meat successfully.
Okay, I believe that is the end of my spell casting. And I don't think I have anything else to do in the hero phase.
Cool. So we'll see you guys at the end of the movement phase.
Alright. I've realized that there is a spell I can cast that's useful off my Arcane Focus Vampire. He didn't cast anything because he was out of range, but since I've lost a zombie over here, I can cast Invigorating Aura from him to try and bring that zombie back.
Nice.
So this spell, because of the number of Soulblight Gravelord heroes on the table, gets a +5 to cast. And it's looking for an 8.
I'm going to try my best, okay?
Okay, so that's a 9.
That's honestly not terrible.
It's going to bring me back 1 zombie.
Just roll a 4.
So the Stonehorn is going to attempt to unbind that, which is a sentence I never thought I would say.
Yeah.
That's a 7, but he does get to re-roll because he's got Master of Magic.
I think it might be be lying about this.
8.
That is an 8, so he does not unbind.
Okay, I think you may have unbound it. We'll have to double check the roll.
Okay,
Okay, well, we can check in between. And
sure.
And we'll
Sounds
be
good.
right back at the end of the movement phase.
Thank-
We're at the end of Soulblight Turn 1 movement. On the left flank, the fighty general vampire and a unit of direwolves have moved up. The vampire moved quite far because of amethystine pinions. In the center, the zombies have moved up to make room for the necromancer, who spent a command point to sprint onto that center objective for my battle tactic. Neferata wiggled around a little bit to spread her -1 to hit aura amongst the remainder here. The Blood Knights have held still for the moment. And on the right flank, Manfred has gone to make a nuisance of himself with those Mornfang.
Don't like that. I would redeploy, but I don't think there's actually room to do it here. I didn't leave myself enough, so I reap what I sow. But yeah.
Okay, and then we'll go into Soulblight Gravelord charges. We're back with Soulblight Gravelord charges, turn 1. There's just the one charge to roll, which is Manfred. He is looking for a 3 or more, having parked minimum distance away from the Mornfang.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
He gets an 8.
That's not Snake
Not
Eyes.
enough to jump over into the butcher, but definitely enough to make contact.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you want to go right into his thing?
I suppose we should.
Okay.
Okay, so at the end of the charge phase, I will stomp you.
Okay, that's not very nice, but
I'm looking
sure.
for 2 up, 3 up?
2 up.
2 up. There's a 3.
Does
D3 mortals. You will take 2 mortals.
Ouchie. Okay, so one of them's got 2 on them. I'll say it's the non-scalg.
Okay.
That one there.
And then I will loose my arcane bolt at the start of combat
Ouch.
for a further D3 mortals. For 2 more.
And that's 4 total on him now.
Okay. And then I'm just going to stick around and fight.
Okay. I am going to use all-out defense.
Okay.
Just 'cause I have the one to spend on my Stonehorn, so I might as well.
Maybe not the wisest choice considering the countercharge that's going to come my way, but we will see if Manfred lives through it.
Indeed we shall.
We'll live dangerous.
You know what? There's a very small chance, too, that those Mornfang live, and they will be the heroes of this
You're right,
mantra.
I'm not planning for that event this morning. So first up is Greistor, which is Manfred's big sword. It's 4 attacks. Because he's running Vigor of Undeath, it'll be 2s and 2s, rend 1, damage D3. So that's a single miss. 3 hits, some wounding on 2s. Ooh!
What?
So your dice aren't any better than mine. So that's 1 wound at rend 1.
Rend 1,
And
so that...
you've all out defended, so...
Yep, so they're just back to their 4-up save.
Mhm.
So on a 4-up. And they're fine.
Oof! Next up is the Sickleglaive, also on 2s and 2s, thanks to Vigor of Undeath. That's 2 hits, and 2 wounds at rend 1, so 4 ups again.
4-ups one more time. So 1 save, 1 go through.
Okay, so it's 2 damage.
Okay, so you finish off the
The non-scalg.
non-scalg indeed.
The non-scallywag.
Then we get to Manfred's mount with the Ebon Claws. With the Vigor of Undeath, it's going to be 3s and 2s on 6 attacks.
And 6s do something?
No, that's on the ghosties.
Oh, okay.
So I miss with half,
Oof.
wound on 2s, so that's all wounds, rend 2, so you're 5s.
On 5s, okay. Come on, you can do it.
Big money, big money.
None of them save.
6 total damage.
Ooh, just barely. Kills them.
And I just will not worry about the Spectral Claws.
Cool. And that finishes off those Mornfang.
Okay, good for me.
Farewell, my sweet princes. Sleep
Is
well.
your guy within range there to pile in?
I don't think so.
I also don't think so. He was parked pretty far behind
There's a
those more
little
things.
3-incher there.
Yeah, I got a...
Oh, is there?
Oh, that works too. Looks out to me.
Just barely. Yep.
Okay. Cool. So that is the end.
That is the end of Soulblight Gravelord's combat turn 1. Scoring for Soulblight Gravelord's turn 1. I hold my home objective for 1 victory point, the neutral center objective for 1 victory point, plus 1 for holding it with a Galician champion, my Necromancer, and I've scored my battle tactic, Cunning Maneuver, for 2 more points for a total of 5.
Okay, we are here at the start of Ogor Mawtribes turn 1. So as the battle tactic, I've picked Cunning Maneuver. I'm just going to be taking this tyrant over here and hoping he gets to this objective. For my heroic action, it's YOLO time. We're going to be putting Finest We're going to be putting Finest Hour on the Stonehorn over here.
Waited so long for YOLO time.
And he's going straight down the center lane.
Top of, or bottom of turn 1.
Yeah, he sees Neferata and her bones look tasty, so we're going for it. Yeah, aside from that, I think the only thing is spells, but also the Slaughtermaster's pot has to be resolved as well. So we're going to be rolling a d6 for that, just to see what happens. That's a 1, so he hurts himself in his own confusion.
One time you're in range,
Yeah,
you don't roll a 5.
I roll a 5 and a 6 so many times.
Yeah.
Mortal wound he takes?
Yeah, it is, yeah. I'll verify that. Yes, just 1. Yeah, so straight up onto spells. So we will start with let's go with the Butcher over here. He's going to be casting Voracious Maw on Manfred. So this is going to be a casting value of 7. He's got a +1 because he's right next to the pot. So we're going to be looking for a 6 here. That is a 5.
He gets +1 though, right?
Yep, but 6 is not 7, so that's...
Oh, I'm sorry, you were looking for the 6.
And 7, 8, 9. And so he's also going to be casting Molten Entrails on his Stonehorn buddy over here. And that will go off on a 6, I believe.
That looks like a 6 to me with
That
a
is a 6
+1.
with a
So
+1.
I will attempt to unbind that with a +2 Dispel from my Arcane Expertise Vampire. I believe I've got range to do that. So I'm looking for a 5 to beat you. I do not.
Cool. Molten Entrails on the Stonehorn there. Next up is going to be the Slaughtermaster, who has his... He's going to be casting Blood Feast on these gluttons over here just to kind of prime them. So, sorry about that. That does go off on a 9.
Okay, I've got plenty of Dispels, so I'll throw one at it just to see if I can get rid of it. We'll do one from Neferata.
Cool.
That is a 9, but I only meet you, not beat you, so you get the spell.
Cool. And then, in addition, the Slaughtermaster is going to be casting Mystic Shield on his Stonehorn buddy here.
What's up, buddy?
And that will go off with an 8.
And this will try to Dispel from Manfred, because why not?
Sounds good.
I do not.
Okay, and lastly, the Stonehorn is going to attempt to cast Flaming Weapon on himself. With a
An
11.
Manfred will use his second Dispel attempt to try that too.
Sounds good.
I've got the dice, I'll throw them, it still works. All
Sweet.
of your spells, despite my best efforts.
Yep, except Voracious Maw. I believe that pretty much sums things up for my hero phase. We'll see you at the end of the movement phase. Hey, so we just finished the movement phase for Ogor Mawtribes turn 1. Basically, everybody's just kind of shifted up the board here. The Tyrant just barely got onto the objective. Mr. Stonehorn is YOLOing it with all of his buffs, as we discussed prior. Manfred has scared off both of the Butchers.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of running as far away from him as they can possibly be. And then these Mournfang over here have moved over to try and intercept these wolves.
Oh, and these guys healed.
Oh yeah, sorry. We did roll Blood Gruel after the fact for these 2 Butchers. Roman was nice enough to let me do that afterwards. And then the Slaughtermaster healed his 1 mortal wound that he had on him. So.
And if the zombies look a little different than you saw them before, it's because the vampire commanded them to redeploy in the path of the big angry monster.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. I don't know why they listened to him, but you know.
No choice.
No choice, exactly. So that pretty much just moves into the shooting phase. So yeah, why don't we just get started? I'm going to go right to left over here. So let's start with the pistol from these Mournfang here. So I think it's 1 shot, yep, on a 4-up. And we probably end that shooting phase. The Tyrant is just going to shoot into these zombies right here. Which is, I believe, 2 shots with his Ogre pistols, also on a 4-up. One of them hits, and then on a 3-up to wound. That wounds. And that will be rend...
I don't have a save.
Okay.
How much damage is it?
D3 damage.
D3.
1.
6-up ward. And I make it.
Ooh.
They're totally fine with it.
Disrespect.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't need that leg.
Yeah.
Next up, the Iron Blaster is actually going to shoot back into Neferata.
Whoa.
And they are going to...
Yep.
It's a 36-inch range, so...
I think it's 30, but you still got it.
You are correct. But yes, they're going to all-out attack just to kind of negate the -1 to hit bubble.
I think you're outside it anyway, so you don't need to.
Oh, is it a certain range around her?
It is... Pick one friendly Soulblight away within... wait, we're at Twilight's Allure. It is only against melee weapons.
Oh, okay.
So
Awesome.
You're good.
Sweet. So I'm...
Keep that command point pile.
saving me command
you
points,
could
thank
still
you.
use it though, and you'd be hitting.
He's
on
already
better.
+1 because of the trophy rank.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
So these are going to be 2 shots. They're going to be hitting on 3s. So that's 2 6s.
Very good.
And then they're going to be wounding on 2s, I believe.
I think so.
Yep.
A 1.
A 1 and a 6.
Okay. And what's the Ren?
The Ren will be -2, I believe.
So Neferata's on a 3+, so that'll be a 5+. She fails.
So this is going to be D3 plus 3, so 6 damage.
Take 6. I'm on 6s from a ward. Make 2, so she'll take 4.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Cool, and that pretty much concludes the movement phase. I guess we could pretty much just skip straight into charges if that's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we'll start off with the spicy charge first. Mr. Stonehorn is going to be charging.
Can you make that 3?
Oh, what the crap?
Okay, it's bloodthirsty time. It's bloodthirsty time. I'm going to use my triumph.
Use the triumph to reroll.
Oh, use that. That's your triumph.
Actually, I have a lot of CP, so it's probably better if I just use
You
a
got
CP.
options.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a CP and re-roll that charge because, my God.
He makes it. Okay. Only because you redeployed outside of 3, though.
That's right.
The Stonehorn, he had some cheeseburgers earlier.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
kind of feeling a little bit bloated, you know. It's
Goodness gracious.
okay.
Do you want to move him in? Oh, there's more. Sorry.
The Mournfang will also. Oh, sorry. I should keep these 3 dice next to him just in case.
Do you want to move him and resolve the impact hits before we go on to the next charge?
Yeah, we might as well. So he'll just kind of.
Directly in.
Yeah. And then we'll roll the 3 dice, and these are going to be on 4-ups because he's a monster. He's a monster. Just once.
1 and a 6-up ward for a zombie. Fails it, so I'll take a zombie.
Yeah, take that. Devastating charge.
Loved it.
And now these Mournfang are also going to be charging into these wolves here. On a 10.
Where was that on the other guy?
These guys did not eat a cheeseburger.
No.
So yeah, they're just going to make it straight in,
Okay.
directly into the front here, like so.
Yep, and then give me those 10.
10 rolls. These are going to be on 6s because it's a unit of 2. So let's see here. 6, 8, 10. Right. 1, 2 mortal wounds.
2. So I'm saving on 6s for wards because they're close enough to a gravesite or a vampire. I can take my pick. They fail them, so that's a wolf.
Take that, wolf.
It is taken.
Oh, well, thank you for taking that, wolf. I think that's pretty much going to be it for my chargers. I don't really want to particularly get near that mess over there.
Your monstrous rampage at the end of charges.
Yep, so he is going to be using the Beast Claw Stonehorn specific monstrous rampage where I roll 3d6, and he's just going to slingshot himself across the battlefield for
good. 12.
a 12. And let's see here, gonna have to measure some stuff out. All right, so we've just kind of resolved the unstoppable charge of the Stonehorn. He's passed over this unit of zombies here, the Blood Knights, as well as this hero, which I think is the Arcane Vampire, you said? Right. So pretty much we just have to resolve to see if any or some of them, those are both the same thing, get to any...
So you're looking for a 2-up for D3 mortal wounds?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So which unit first?
The zombies first, want a 2-up.
Zombie.
Oh, I'm sorry, zombie. So they do take D3, they take 3.
Ooh. Okay, well, we'll do 3 6-up wards.
Remember the... Nope.
Okay, farewell.
Some zombies.
Yeah.
Some zombies. Then we'll do the Blood Knights next. That's
All 3.
happens, and then
Oh, that was the 2
Yeah,
first.
and take
Just one.
For 1, and again looking for 6. Nope.
okay,
So we'll
and then
take my
lastly,
wound.
So...
your Arcane Vampire in the back,
Does work.
and then 2 mortal
2.
wounds there.
Okay.
And also
2
looking
6s.
for
Come on.
6s. Nothing.
All right.
I gotta stop calling it. I think it's going against you.
Yeah.
So the vampire has. I don't have any 1 wound markers, so this is going to be on a Blood Knight.
Cool.
The vampire's got 3 wounds remaining.
Okay, sounds good. So I think
Do you want to
after
think
that.
about your...
No, I'm pretty much good
Okay.
to go, but I think you have a monstrous action to do against me now, right?
Yes, I'm going to. Since you finished your monstrous action before I had to choose mine, we think that's how that works.
Right.
I am going to roar with Neferata to try and shut down
I
a
think that's
potential all-out
the
attack.
smart thing to do.
So I'm looking for 3-up. I get
Nice.
it. So you are
got a
bored.
6.
6 is more than
no
3,
all-out
folks.
attack for you.
I have done what I can to make her safe.
Yep. So, in order to just make sure that Neferata dies, the way I'm going to allocate my attacks, I'm going to put the Frost Spear into Neferata.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm going to put the Crushing Hooves also into Neferata.
Uh-huh.
The Rockhorde Horns are also. I'm just kidding. They're going to go into the. They're going to go into the Blood Knights.
Okay.
And then the punches and kicks are just going to see if I can get anything on the Arcane Vampire.
Very good.
Okay.
Just because I don't really want to
Okay,
overkill
so
him.
we've got Frost Spear and Hooves. horns and kicks.
Yep. So we'll do the Frost Spear first, which I believe is hitting on a 4 because it's -1.
You are -1 to hit because of Neferata's command ability.
Yeah.
Aura.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's do that now. So on 4-ups. So that's 2. And then these will be on 2s because he has Flaming Weapon on his Frost Spear.
No, because he's
+1 damage, not any.
Oh, my bad.
But you are +1.
Best day ever.
Yes.
Let's
Tower.
mix them up. My bad.
Yeah.
So these will be on 2s. Okay.
Okay.
And this is going to be Rend 1.
Rend 1, so I am on a 4-up. I will make 1.
Okay. So that'll be 4 damage from the Frost Spear.
That's with the flaming weapon?
Yes.
Okay. I will make some 6-up wards.
Holy moly.
I will make 1, so she'll
Oh.
take 3 more.
Okay.
And she is affected by the Frost Spear, so if she survives, then she'll have fewer attacks.
Yep.
Oh. Right.
Exactly. Now we're going to be doing the Crushing Hooves, which is D6 attacks. 6.
6.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh indeed, -1 to hit.
-1 to hit indeed. So these are going to be on 4s also. Oh my.
Oh, that was pretty good. Oh, that
that's-
was as good as I thought.
yeah.
One better than average.
Well, it was still much better than average, but or yeah, 1 better.
Because
Than
you had
average.
6 attacks, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and then these are going to be on 3s to wound.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
But +1 to win.
2s to wound because Crushing Hooves are 2s at the top of the table.
Very good.
So I was lucky it's 2s, so that's 3 at -1 as well.
Okay, so these are 4s. I will fail 2.
Okay, so this is going to be
A lot.
D3 damage each. So D3 +1 each because of Molten Entrails.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 2d3 plus
Ooh. Oh, jeez.
4 damage.
4 damage. She's gonna live.
She's gonna live.
None of those 6s, so she survives on 1 wound.
Whoa.
No!
Or does she? You do have your biting thingamajig.
No, nothing.
No, he's not a gutbuster.
Yeah,
Oh, what? Oh my gosh.
that is rough, but that's fair.
Yes.
It's the way the dice go.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's do the punches and kicks into the Arcane Vampire next, just because
Hey.
it's funny. So these are going to be everything's -1 to hit, right?
Everything within, as long as you're targeting a unit that is wholly within a foot of Neferata.
Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be 4+ to hit. And then this is going to be on a 3+ to wound.
It's +1 to wound you.
Because you are best day ever.
That's true, I am. So that does go through,
Okay.
And that's no rend.
Okay, 3
So-
up. Make it.
Got it.
No. Okay. All right, and then next up is going to be the Rock Hard Horns, which is just flat 6 attacks, and those are going to be on.
The Blood Knights.
I think that's going to be a 5-up actually to hit because normally it's a 4-up and then -1 to hit. So
Wow.
painful.
Oh,
So that's
that's really good roll.
3.
Ooh.
That is very good. And then
+1 to wound.
Rockhorn Hordes are going to be 2 up.
2s.
So that's 2 that go through, and those are Rend 2.
We're in 2, so the Blood Knights will be on a 5 up. So I did not manage to cast Dark Mist.
Whoa!
Spikes
All right, and the Stonehorn is sat in the back lines of literally your entire army.
Yeah, we gotta do some damage back.
Yep.
Do we have, I guess I will just go with, I'm actually just
Probably
gonna
the
fight
wolves,
with
yeah.
the wolves, because they
Oh, that
haven't
makes
been
sense.
hurt yet.
Yeah.
So let's pile in. I'm not too concerned about these guys all touching because they're deletion veterans, so they're fighting in 2 ranks.
Right.
I did take the battalion to do that, so we'll just sort of squeak them forward like that. I don't have any command points left to spend for the vampire's command ability, so we're not going to worry about that. They could get +1 attack because they're a summonable unit, but no command points. So all 9 of them are touching you, plus a champion, so 19 attacks total on
Okay.
4s and 4s.
I'm going to all-out defense.
Okay. $15 and 19. I think I'm doing that right. 4s and 4s because I have not charged.
That's
You re-roll that one, or
No,
is
we usually
it's
don't.
lying flat? Okay, we'll take all of the misses out of here, which is, half. It's about average, maybe more than half. And 4s. So that is 4, no rend.
4 no rend, so these are going to be 3-up saves. That's all of them.
Okay,
They're fine.
great.
It's a tickle fight.
Okay.
And then the Mornfang hit you back.
Yep. So the Mornfang they have their Gargan hackers. So they're normally 2 attacks each, but one of them is the Skellig, so it's 3 attacks instead. So for a total of 5. So those are going to be 4s to hit. I'm just trying to find the war scroll here. Here it is. 4s to hit. Just 2. Just waiting for the dreidel to stop spinning. And then that's going to be a 3 to wound. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, and that'll be Ren 2.
Ren 2, that'll go right through my save. How much damage is it?
3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah,
Looking
3
for
damage.
6s for that ward. I make 1, so I lose a whole wolf.
Okay, and then next up are going to be the Tusks, which are going to be 4 attacks each, so it's a total of 8.
Okay.
And then those are going to be hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. So that's 5 hits. And then wounding on 3s. So that's 4 wounds at rend 1.
Okay, so these will be 6s for armor.
Yep.
Nothing.
And then when they charge, I'm just looking for because I remember they have a charge
I
ability
don't
of
think
something.
they have that anymore.
Oh, is that gone?
I think they just are flat 2 damage now instead of being bonus on charge.
Yeah, I think you might be right. You are indeed right, so that's just going to be 8 total damage, so 4 wolves.
Just 8 damage.
So
Or your...
looking for 6s
yeah.
on the wards. Make 4. These are Rob's dice.
Yeah.
So I have never seen these dice before.
Email
today.
at sagaofdice@gmail.com. They are the cheapest and some of the nicest dice in the
So I
market.
still lose 2 wolves. They're down to 6.
all right.
They've lost 4 this turn, which means they cannot be affected by battle shock still.
Right.
Also, see, it was your fault, Eric, not the dice.
Okay, so then we'll go back here into the puddle and.
Oh wait, that's in a Patreon video.
start attacking. That's good advertisement for the Patreon videos.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh man.
so the Frost Spear, is it -1 to all of my profiles with Neferata or just one weapon?
So the Frost Spear is subtract 1 from the attack's characteristic of that unit's melee weapon, so all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Obviously to a minimum of 1.
Okay.
Just kidding, if you have 1, you can't attack. Haha.
I don't know, does it work that way? So Neferata, the Mortard of Blood. Ooh, do I want to swing with her last, actually? So I could try and prop some wounds through, and if she kills him, she could heal for a lot. So let's fight her last. We'll go with the Vampire on Foot.
Cool.
He is going to be 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, round 1.
Okay.
That's 3 hits.
Okay, I remember -1 to wound just because Rockmane Elder.
Very good, so I'll
Yep.
be forced to wound. And that's nothing. I'm going to show off deadly coordination here. So because a foot hero in Soulblight Gravelords is fought, I'm going to immediately go with a summonable unit that is wholly within a foot of him. I think that's
right.
I might be misquoting the range,
But
but
it doesn't-
they're right beside him, so it's going to work.
Exactly.
Zombies are going to pile in 6. We're back. We piled the zombies in. Because they are Galician veterans, they're going to fight in 2 ranks, so 9 of them are able to reach the Frost Lord. That's 9 attacks. They're 5s and 5s. 6s to hit will cause a mortal wound and end the attack sequence. And here we go. So I've got a whopping 1 mortal and 1 hit. So I'll roll to wound. And I do.
Oh wow.
So that's a 0 rend hit on your 1-up save.
Okay, so we'll roll the 1-up save first.
Rolling, looking for 2s.
You
That's
did
fine.
it.
Yeah, sorry.
And then you are saving a single mortal on your 5-up. Ignore, feel no pain.
He does take it.
Okay, I deal 1 wound to the big guy.
He scratches butt too hard.
Yep. The Blood Knights will pile in.
Yes.
Only a couple of them are going to be able to fight, and it doesn't include the champion because he's up front here. But we'll do what we can. So 2 Blood Knights not on the charge. 6 attacks total.
Yep.
It's going to be 3s and 4s after Rockmane Elder.
Right.
So I've got
5 hits.
and then 4s to wound. Just 2.
Okay,
And that is 1 rend. So
Okay.
you're still on a 2-up.
still on a 2-up. Wow.
Oh! Okay.
One damage
they're only
each.
1 damage each.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get to
Charge.
feel no pain. Make
That's
them
all
up.
right.
And then the horses are going to try and
What a
stamp on
roller
you.
coaster ride.
This is crazy. So these are going to be 4s and 5s.
Okay.
This is the horses. That's 3 hits. And 1 wound, no rend.
1 wound, no rend, so on a 2-up.
Nope.
It's fine.
And then we're back to Neferata. So Neferata is infected by the Frost Spear, so she's -1 attack on each of her profiles. So we'll start with Akhmet Har, the instant kill knife. With the -1 to wound, she's going to be hitting on 2s and wounding on 4s. So that's all of them have hit. And 1 wound at rend 1.
So on a 2-up.
On 2-up.
Here we go.
Please God. Oh, no!
And then you get your 5-up.
Your 5-up.
Oh,
There's a chance.
Oh my god.
please no.
So he takes 1 damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So.
And then Akin Seth, her staff, with the Frost Spear is only a single attack, so 2s and 4s. Nope. Then the Abyssal Talons from her mount, which I assume are also -1 attack, are going to be 4s and 4s after Rockmane Elder.
And did you -1 of your attacks?
I did, because Akin Seth was supposed to roll 2, only rolled 1. So I'm on 4s and 4s after Rockmane Elder. 1 hit, and no wounds. And then lastly, the Spectral Claws are going to be 5 attacks. They are going to be 5s and 5s with Rockmane Elder. If I get 6s to hit, they cause mortal wounds and sequence ends. So I've hit once, no mortals, and I do wound, no rend.
2-up. I'm sorry, I keep hitting your zombies.
Those guys are they're taking a beating this game.
Yeah, screw you, zombies. Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably why I failed that.
Sure.
Save.
Yeah.
I'm doing this right. So the Dagger of Jet. At the end of any phase, if any wounds inflicted by this model's Akhmet Har in a hero phase or in that phase were allocated to an enemy hero and not negated, and that enemy hero model has not been slain, roll a die. On a 5-up, that hero is slain. So
Please, please, please,
we
please,
got 1
please,
wound with the
please,
knife
please,
through.
please, please. No! Damn it. That is the swingiest thing I think I've ever seen.
I'm here for it. I paid for Neferata. You've seen it.
Oh my god.
Take his head off. It's magnetized. No. Yeah.
No. Here you go.
It's okay. If you, yeah. Oh. And then he just goes.
Ah! And then, just to add insult to injury, she will heal D6 wounds with more target blood because she slew a model. She will heal for 4.
Wow. Oh, more target blood, right?
Yeah.
I think
So
it was the hunger.
it's D6 instead of D3 for her.
Wow.
I am shamed. He took. Well, I think he took 2 wounds, or no, 1 wound from her, and it was just the dagger.
Yeah, and she took everything but 1 wound.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
Unreal.
That was so crazy.
Good for YouTube though.
No kidding.
Did I say that on camera?
Yeah. Wow.
All of his buffs didn't matter. Thank you.
1 dice.
right.
You had to roll a 1.
Had to roll a 1.
1 dice. You had to roll a 5.
So many things had to go wrong for that to be the case.
Wild.
I had to fail a 2-up, fail a 5-up, and then you had to get a 5-up
Right.
in order.
Yep.
Jeez.
The gods smiled on me this day.
Yeah. No, they frowned on me for YOLOing into your backline.
So-
Yeah.
Don't let this put you off.
I smiled. She should have died.
She should have died.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think all of us are kind of shaken from that, but we do have a game to play here. So what, I think it's just
Yeah.
Battle Shock after that, right?
I guess so. We're done combat. So the wolves have taken a loss, but they're
Bravery 10.
they've lost 4, so they can at best tie their or at worst tie their bravery, so they're fine. And I don't think any other units have lost sufficient models to
These
test.
guys lost a couple, but I think
They lost 4, but
Yeah,
also
they're-
are bravery 10.
Bravery 10. Perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Then
Okay, so
I guess we
scoring.
roll off. Oh, scoring, that's right. So I have this objective back here for 1, got this one, I completed my battle tactic for 2, and then I believe because of Galatian Champion, that's 5. So we're tied at 5 to 5.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the roll off.
Okay.
Looking for Prio turn 2.
Oh.
Thank you. Pretty sure.
This isn't bocce Carson.
I don't know if that got picked up on the camera, but he rolled a 2, and then I hit it with my dice.
That aggressive rolling has got you again.
Oh my. Okay.
All right, I'm going to think about this for a minute, so we'll be right back with the top of whoever I decide. So we're at we're back at the bottom of turn 2. I've decided top of turn 2,
Yeah.
whatever, the start of turn 2.
Yeah.
I've decided to take the turn having 1 priority, so I'm going to double the ogres. My battle tactic this turn is going to be United Offensive. I'm going to pick the central objective. I currently have 2 models on it, and Carson's Ogre Tyrant counts as 5, so he currently controls it. So I'm going to try and take that away from him, and I'm going to control it with 2 Galician champions. I am going to start my hero phase with the thing I can never remember what it's called.
Heroic action.
My heroic action is going to be a heroic recovery on Neferata. We're going to try and roll under her bravery of 10, which I do, for a d3 for 2. So she'll be 7 taken, or 5 taken, 7 remaining, I should say.
Cool.
And your heroic action?
Yep, I'm just going to be going for a CP on the Tyrant over here. And because my general's dead, I believe it doesn't matter anyway. So, yeah. Yeah.
Then before I start casting spells, I'm going to use my Deathly Invocation for the turn off of my general onto the Direwolves to replenish D3 wounds to that unit, 2, so that will bring back a wolf. And I will cast some spells. So we'll just swing left to right across the table.
Nice.
So my general is going to try and cast Amethystine Pinions again. I'm looking for a 5. That casts on a 6.
Cool. I don't think I'm in range to... Am I?
Maybe not if the tyrant isn't.
Like it.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
She's going for a good fly.
Cool.
The Necromancer is going to try to cast Fading Vigor onto the Gluttons. This is looking for a 6. That's a 9.
Okay, and sorry.
Fading Vigor will be -1 attack.
Okay, so I definitely want to try and dispel that. I'm going to do that with the Slaughtermaster, so I'll need to show a 9 in order to dispel that. That is not a 9,
Okay,
so it
they
goes
will
off.
be -1 attack until my next hero phase.
Or I could take off Blood Feast and we could just call it even.
Let's leave it up for proper purposes. but we're
Okay, sounds
canceling
good,
it out.
sounds good.
Neferata is going to try to cast a Mystic Shield. I believe I'm looking for a 5.
Yep.
That's a 7.
Gotcha. I will attempt to unbind that as well
Very good.
with a 6. And I am out of unbinds, so have fun.
So
Yeah.
that puts that
all
on Blood
you,
Knights,
baby.
and then she's going to try to cast Dark Mist, which is looking for a 6. That is a 10. So they're also Dark Misted. I don't have a counter for that, so I'm just going to use a command point for now. So their save can be improved, but cannot be worsened. The Arcane-focused Vampire is going to use Invigorating Aura on the zombies. So still +5 for the number of heroes on the table, so it's a total of +7 with the Arcane focus. I am looking for an 8. I don't miscast. So they get 3 wounds back. So I have that the wrong way around. It's the spell that just gives flat 3. And those 2 wounds are sitting on the Vampire Lord from the Frost Lord running over top of them.
Yep, still got the hoof print on him.
Then in Manfred, swinging up over there to the right, is going to try to cast an Arcane Bolt. Looking for a 5. Yes.
That is a 5.
And
Actually, that's a
it-
7, which is more than 5.
And then is going to cast Overwhelming Dread for his second cast, which is also a 5. And that's a 7. So that will go on the Gluttons as well, so they are also -1 to hit.
Cool. Cool, fine, I don't care. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And I believe that's the end of my hero phase. Okay, so I've finished my movement phase. The blob in the middle moved up in preparation for charging. Neferata's moved up to support. Because I forgot which way around I was casting my spells, I had to pull my general over with Amethystine Pinions and a command point run from the Direwolves to the center objective to make sure I was holding it with 2 Galician champions so I don't fail my battle tactic. The zombies moved up just to put a few more bodies on the battlefield. Manfred snuck up to be very close to a couple of ogre wizards and staying within 3 of a maw pot he's about to try and step on. And then 3 bats came out of a grave site in the far corner to claim the ogre's home objective.
Yep, and then in response to the knights kind of moving up the middle of the battlefield here, the tyrant decided to triple redeploy this entire front line just because he's using leadership of the alpha, and pretty much everything just shifted back about 2 inches. So,
I've got a pair of charges coming. We're going to start with Manfred, who's looking for a 3. And gets it.
that's more than 3, yeah.
It is more than 3.
It's a good thing you guys are here.
Yeah.
So Manfred is just going to sneak right there. Hello, love. And then the Blood Knights are going to try and charge, and they are looking for, it looks like a minimum 8.
Yep.
That's only a 6. Do I spend my command point to retry? I think I do.
That makes sense. That checks.
That's only a 7, so they still fail. Alright. For monstrous rampages at the end of the charge phase, Manfred is going to try and stomp the Maw Pot into uselessness. I'm looking for 3 up. I do, so the Maw Pot is destroyed. It's still there, it just doesn't lose its rule anymore.
Yep. It is gone.
Oh.
Except not really. The soup is gone.
Then,
Yeah.
at the start of the combat phase, Manfred will dump an Arcane Bolt into your caster.
That's not very nice.
For D3 mortals, for 2.
Okay, so he takes 2.
And then at the start of my first fight, I'm going to fight with the dire wolves before any of them go away.
Makes sense.
I've still got 7 plus a champion, which is 15 attacks because they're 2 each.
Just because I can, I'm going to all-out defense them, I think.
Okay, I have no rend, so that would bring you up to an even better save.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, plus 1 for the champion. 7 wolves, 15, looking for 4s and 4s.
When they charge, they're +1 to hit and wound, is it?
Plus 1 to hit and wound, but they did not charge, so they're just sitting there biting at legs.
Nice.
That's 3 and no rend.
Ankle
Okay.
bearers.
So these are going to be 3-up saves on the Mournfang there. So only one goes
I
through.
finally snuck a wound through.
It's 1 wound?
That's 1 wound.
Okay, so the non-scale will take that.
Okay. Only 11 wounds left.
Only
Yep.
11.
We'll see what happens.
We'll be dead in no time.
In an act of defiance, the Slaughtermaster over here is going to try and reach over the back of his pot and kind of slap.
Absolutely.
And just because it's very funny to me, I'm going to all-out attack him.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
So
you got the
he's
points.
got, yeah, why not?
He's got 2d6 attacks.
Exactly, yeah, 2d6 attacks with his stump blades. So let's see what that ends up being. That's
Good old stuff blade.
even 7. So these are going to be hitting on, I believe, a 2 now. So there's going to be 2.
There's no minuses to hit coming from me, so.
Yep, so this will be a 2 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound.
Okay.
Just going to roll these over
Dead
here.
Manfred.
Yeah, exactly. So everything but 1 hits, and then these are going to be 3 plus to wound. And so that's going to be 3 at rend 1.
Okay, so these are 4s. Fail them all.
So it's just 1 damage each.
6s. Oh, sorry. I failed them all anyway, but I am ignoring 1 with Armor of Tempelhof.
Gotcha.
So I'm only taking 2.
Sounds good. And then he also has
your
his
crew?
motley assortment of weapons. Yep. So it's going to be another 3 attacks, and these are going to be hitting on 4s.
Even with the all
1.
attack.
Yep. It's rough.
They're
And then
just, they're
5s to wound.
Okay.
Yep.
they
Take
are,
that!
Yeah, they're Noblars, but not enough of them to matter.
Yep. So I think after that, it pretty much has
and
to be.
I'll go back with Manfred, and then you're to the them guys. So Manfred does not have his bubble of +1 to hit, +1 to wound, because I forgot to turn it on in the hero phase. So I'm on 3s and 3s with Christ 4. That is all hits and all wounds at rend 1.
6-up saves, baby. Okay.
Easy. No, he's.
Saves 1.
Okay, so that's 3d3 damage.
Oh.
So that's 3.
6.
Okay, that should be enough to end him.
He's dead.
Okay.
Oh,
We hardly knew ye.
our shucks.
And then at the end of the combat phase, I know we aren't there yet, Manfred is going to heal D3 wounds from the
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm just saying that out loud now so I don't forget to do it in time.
So we're looking at 5 attacks here from the Garg attackers. He's going to be hitting on 4s. So that's going to be 3 hits. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s, I believe.
2,
Yep, just 2.
and it's rend 2.
Rend 2, yep,
Okay,
2 at
so
rend 2.
I do not have saves. How much damage? It's 3 damage apiece.
Yep.
So 6 ups for wards, because they're still close enough to the gravesite, even though the vampire left. I make 1, so I'm going to lose 2.5 wolves.
2.5.
Mark that right
Wait.
there for now.
Which half, though?
Punch its butt off.
It's the important half. It's
Oh.
the one with all the hurdy bits on it.
Sounds good, okay. Okay, and then after that are going to be the tusks. So those are going to be hitting on 4s. Those are going to be, also hitting on 4s. 8 attacks. So let's see. Take out all the misses here. So that's going to be 5 hits. Then those will be wounding on 3s. All right, so that's going to be 4 at, I believe, Ren 1.
Yeah. So I'm looking for 6s on armor. I make 1.
Okay, and that's 2 damage each.
Okay, so I'm looking for 6s on wards. And I make none. So there's 3 more wolves. So I've got 1.5 wolves left. And they have taken 5, so they are vulnerable to battle shock this turn.
Cool. Okie dokie. I think that's it for the combat phase, right?
Okay,
So we move.
so end of the combat phase, I'll heal Manfred because he killed something. So he will heal all his damage.
Oh, jeez.
That all attack.
Yes!
Chomps down on it, and then that is it for vampires. They went first.
No, but I mean they're battle shock.
Oh yeah, if we're at that phase.
Yes.
They
God.
do lose the wolf, so I take a whole one, right? The wound
Yes.
stays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No, I think you just take the one that was
Just take the
wounded.
One that was wounded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
As you say, so yes, their bravery is 10. They've lost 5 models this turn.
Yeah.
So 5 lost plus 6 makes 11. So they lose 1, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So just the Doom Wolf is hanging on over there,
Cool.
and then nothing else needs battle shock because everything else that was in combat died.
Yeah.
I think that's correct.
Okay.
There's no gluttonous.
I don't have anything to bring back at the end of the turn because no units have wholly died. And for scoring, I hold my home objective for 1, center objective for 1, +1 for contesting it with the Galatian champion.
Right.
I'm holding the Ogre's home objective for another 2, and then I achieve my battle tactic for a further 2, which is 7 points.
Yep.
So,
you're at
12
total
to
of
5.
Yep.
Okay. And then we're going into Ogor's turn 2.
Yep. Hey, we are on the, I think, top of turn 2 is the terminology that we're using now.
Bottom of turn 2.
Bottom of turn 2. Sorry. So yeah, we're on the bottom of turn 2, Ogor Mawtribes. We're in the hero phase. For my battle tactic, I've chosen eye for an eye just because I lost the Slaughtermaster last turn. And for my heroic action, I'm going to have the Tyrant do best day ever, so he's going to do his finest hour, as well as just try and get a CP, which I believe is on a 2+ because my general's dead, but it doesn't matter anyway. So he gets that CP.
And I will do my heroic action to further heal Neferata. Continue heroic recovering.
Stop
I
it.
failed.
Oh.
All right. I'll accept that. I think another thing to do is Grasp of the Everwinter. So this unit over here is in combat with a Beastclaw Raiders unit. So battle round or less, and right now it's battle round 2. So on a 2 or less, it takes D3 mortal wounds. Nope. And then I think that's pretty much it to resolve other than spells in the hero phase. So we're going to move on to spells for the Butcher over here, and he's going to be casting Voracious Maw on Manfred the Mean over there. So he needs a 7 in order to get this off. That's not a 7. And then he's going to be casting Mystic Shield on these Gluttons right here. Which I think will barely go off.
Yep. I will attempt to dispel it with my Arcane Focus Vampire. So I'm at a +2 to attempt to dispel. That's a 6 total, so I dispel it.
Ouch! Okay, sounds good. And then I think that's pretty much it for my hero phase. We'll see you at the end of the movement phase. Alright, we are back at the end of the movement phase for Ogor Mawtribes, turn 2. So pretty much the Gluttons have just moved up here, priming for a charge. The Iron Blaster is here, ready to blast something with iron. The not the Slaughtermaster, sorry, the Butcher has come to hide by the Iron Blaster for that sweet, sweet Unleash Hell. Mr. Tyrant is going in for the big bucks. These guys retreated just to take this objective back. And I think that's pretty much it. So now we can move on to shooting. So we've got 2 attacks with the Tyrant right here. Honestly, I think I'm just going to put them into Neferata just to see what happens.
Right.
So he has +1 to hit because it is a monster and or hero.
Yep, trophy rack.
So that's going to be a 3+ instead of a 4+. So that's going to be 1 hit, and that's on another 3+ to wound. Nope.
It's his best day ever.
Oh, best day ever. That's
Oh, he is best daying ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that does go
is
through.
a wound.
At rend. What is the rend on that? Just rend 1.
Okay, I'm on a 4 up. I do not pass it.
Okay, and that'll be D3 damage here. 3 damage.
He's angry.
Yeah.
6s on wards. I fail them all, so she'll take 3 more wounds.
What did you do to that stone hole?
Shoots her right between the eyes.
Okay. We will trade 5 for 8.
Yeah. And now this Iron Blaster is going to fire its close range shot into Manfred over here. So that's going to be 10 attacks, I think. Yep, 10 attacks, hitting on 2s.
You're close enough for the trophy rack?
6, 7. Yep,
Yes.
right here. 8, 9, 10. 10 attacks, hitting on 2s here. That's everything. And then to wound, we're looking at 3s. So nope. So that's going to be 6 at rend 1.
Okay, so 6 4-ups.
Here we go.
I pass 3, fail 3.
And those are going to be 2 damage each.
Okay, so I'm going to soak 1 on the Armor of Templehof and then make 5 saves.
Right.
Sounds good.
So I'm looking for 6s. I pass
Ooh.
2, Manfred takes 3 wounds.
What a bully. Bully.
What a bully indeed.
He's got to live longer than Neferata, that's the deal.
So other than that, I think it's pretty much straight to the charge phase.
You gotta, oh, right, they retreated.
Yeah,
Yep.
they retreated, so they can't shoot over
Absolutely, fire away.
here. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to charge the... We'll do the Tyrant first. Actually, I don't like how you rubbed your hands together. But we will do the Tyrant first. So that's going to be a 7-inch charge. So,
Yeah, you can get in wherever you like around here.
yep, I am going to basically just go right here. So we're back. The Tyrant has just gotten here so that it can be just outside of engagement range of Neferata because she's got 1-inch weapons. That's the intent that we're going for, and we all seem to be on the same page about that.
Yep, she's got a big fat base. She won't be able to pile in far enough to reach back because of these
We
things in the way.
pre-measured.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless that vampire dies.
Unless that...
Ooh.
Yep,
Oh, unless the
that's true.
vampire, maybe we pile in order. We'll see if she lives.
Right.
So,
We'll see what happens.
So you got 7 dice of impact hits.
Yep, so let's roll those 7 dice. They're going to be going on the...
4s?
I kind of...
Oh,
Maybe I
oh.
should put it on that vampire, actually. It's going to be on 6s, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it on that vampire. So that's going to be 7.
I always think all ogre heroes it's on 5s, but it's just meat fist, right?
Yeah, exactly. So 2 mortal wounds.
Okay. I'm looking for 6s on the ward. I pass 1. She'll take 1.
You and your wards.
Cracking dice.
Yeah. So now the gluttons are going to be charging as well.
Right.
So that's going to be an 8, which I will take. And basically they're just going to slam into the front line. I will place them there, but my intent is that I'm going to be putting their mortal wounds into the knights here.
Very good.
So I'm just going to roll those now, if that's okay with you.
And those are 5s because the unit's big enough, right?
Yes. That is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just warm up some dice.
Just 2.
2. Okay, so the Blood Knights are still sitting on a wound, so this could kill 1. I'm on 6s, and I can re-roll 1s because they still have a banner alive. That is 1 save, 1 fail, so they will take 1 more wound.
Ouchie, ouchie. And then we will pile the gluttons in, and we'll see in the combat phase. Oh, sorry. We piled in the ogres here.
Right.
And yeah, we've pretty much just gotten everything going. I think you have a monstrous
I
rampage.
do.
to execute.
Neferata is within 3 inches of the Tyrant, so she's going to try and roar him to shut down potential command abilities. She does.
Okay,
But United in Purpose is not a command ability, so it's still going to work.
that's true. So spoilers, I'm going to use United in Purpose so that the Tyrant is going to be fighting,
This
and
is
then
fun.
the Gluttons are going to be fighting directly afterwards. So first we're going to do all the Tyrant's attacks directly into Neferata.
And United in Purpose is the new battalion ability off of the Galician Command Battalion, which those 2 units belong to.
That is correct. All right, so we are going to be doing our 3 attacks with our Thunder Mace. And with the Thunder Mace, any unmodified roll of a 6 is going to be a mortal wound in addition.
Okay. And
who
it's
you
6s to hit.
attacking?
Neferata.
Neferata, yeah. So these are going to be on 3s because the -1 is not a thing anymore, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Not for him.
All right, so 2 of those hit, no mortal wounds, and these are going to be 3s again, I believe.
It's +1 to wound, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So that is going to be Ren 2.
We're in 2, so I'm on 5. Make it.
darn it. That's the worst I can say.
She continues to manage.
Yep. Beast Skewer Glaive is going to be going into her as well. So he's going to be on 3+2.
Okay. And then remember +1 wound because you're finest hour.
That's right. So both of them hit at rend 1.
Rend 1. Oh, it's a command ability or something to make it rend 3, isn't it? Or command trait. Rend 1 would put me on 4-ups. I will remind you, I didn't bring these dice. I've never seen them before today. Rob did this.
She is
Purchased
fine.
in the gift shop.
Yep. That's pretty much going to be it for the Tyrant.
Oh, God.
Now the Gluttons are going to be putting their attacks through. So what we are going to do is we're going to be putting 5 of them into the zombies, and then we're going to be putting 7 of them into the Blood Knights. So the 5 of them...
And they are all still -1 attack and -1 to hit from Overwhelming Dread and Fading Vigor.
Indeed,
They
are.
can be all out attacked.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
So
I only rode the Tyrant.
So I'm going to all-out attack them to negate that -1 to hit.
Yeah, because they can issue it to themselves.
Yep. So let's do the 5 into the zombies first, and those are going to be regular guys because the leader is right there with the bear trap in his hand.
Yep, that's how I do it too.
So these guys have 4 attacks each.
Okay, so it'll be 3 attacks each with Fading Vigor.
Yep.
I attack you with my bear trap.
5 times 3 is 15. I can do math. Sometimes. I think that's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep.
Was it
Okay.
15?
Count.
Okay.
Comment down below. Yeah.
Get in the comments.
Yeah. So these are going to be on their 3+ because it's -1 and then +1.
Okay.
So here we go. Here we go. That was an extremely good roll. That was pretty good. Very good roll.
2 in there. But yeah, we got it.
Wait, oh, you got it? Okay,
Got it.
thank you.
I'm sneaky.
Not my gravesite.
Sorry. And then these are going to be 3s. I'm going to roll these somewhere safer. So over here.
So you can't see them.
Yeah.
My eye!
That was another pretty good roll. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 at rend 1.
Okay, so I'm gonna make. Are they 1 damage or 2 damage each?
2.
2. So 9 is gonna be 18 damage because I don't have saves. So I'm gonna try and make 18 6-up wards. That's 12, and that's 18.
That's quite a few
That's
6s.
a lot.
I see 5.
So that's
So that's 13 dead zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Yep. Cool.
So there should be 7 zombies remaining in that unit.
Munch, munch. All right, and now we have our 7 ogres plus 1 attack because of the leader going into the Blood Knights. So that's, I'm just gonna, so 3, 2, 3,
The zombies are going away.
4,
No command points left for Battle Shock immunity.
Right.
5, 6,
And there might be a couple more
7
that die
plus
too,
1.
from the
From what?
the bites.
Oh, the bites, yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
All right, here we go. This is a lot of dice to roll, so I'm just going to do this over here. So on 3+. Take away all the fails here. Do.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that's it. Then these are going to be 3+ the wound as well.
Okay.
So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 again.
9. These guys have a much better save than the zombies because they have one. They're still rocking a Mystic Shield and Dark Mist, so these are 2 up, ignoring the Ogor's Rend.
Wow.
And so they save them all.
Holy crap.
Ting, 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 ting. Yep.
Jeez.
So now you get to slap me back.
I do.
Do you want to grab your dice and...
Let's start with the vampire.
Sure.
She is a martial expertise, so she's got +2 attacks. The vampire on zombie dragon only gets +1, but because she's on foot, she gets +2.
Right.
So she's got 6 attacks. I'm going to put these all into the tyrant, and I am looking for 3s and 3s. That's 4 hits, And 3 wounds, rend 1.
Okay, these are all into the Tyrant, you said?
That's right.
Okay, so he has his best day ever, so that's +1 to save, so it's just treating it as his normal save, so these are on 4-ups.
Okay.
He's fine.
Small. I'll immediately go. I mean, you're out of things to fight with, but I could immediately activate the zombies, so I think I'll just do them next. Why do I have so many zombies? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I must have grabbed a zombie from over here because I've got 8 remaining here and 13 dead, which makes 21, which can't be right. So you're going to be here. So I've got 7 zombies. They'll just pile in and attack the ogres. They're Galician veterans, so they can fight 2 ranks. So they've got 1 attack each. 5s and 5s, 6s on the hit are mortals. So no mortals, 2 hits, and 2 wounds.
Nice.
No rend.
5-ups. They're fine.
Okay.
Somehow.
No damage back so far. The Blood Knights. We're gonna. Ooh, I can't sneak that way, can I? Oh, I can shuffleboard the whole deal, can I?
Actually, I think he's already out of coherency.
Oh.
Now that we look at it.
Now that we look at it.
Uh-huh.
We're just cheating hard. How do we fix it? What do you want to do?
I think if they had been a little bit, I don't know, you can maybe get their bases just kind of.
Just like this?
You won't be able to get anyone else into attack,
Okay.
I don't think.
But just like that to fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we tilted 2 bases to fix the coherency, and 3 Blood Knights are going to fight. The champion's got 4 attacks, the other 2 have 3 each, so that'll be a total of 10 coming off of the riders. They are looking for 3s and 3s, I believe. Yep. 3 misses. And so that is 6 at rend 1.
Okay, so 6 6-up saves. Two, so 4 go through.
Okay, they're 1 damage each, so it's 4 damage total.
So 1 ogre. I'm just
1
gonna-
clean ogre.
Blink.
And then the riders have
Forget about coherency.
the riders have 9 attacks. Or sorry, not the riders. The riders just went. The horses have 9 attacks, 3 each, 4s and 4s.
Actually, sorry. You mind if I undo that?
Absolutely.
Take this guy away instead.
'Kay.
Just because I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I don't like that banner anyway.
Yeah, it sucks.
So 5 hits, looking for 4s, 3 wounds, no rend.
Cool. So these are on 5s.
Okay.
Where will I roll it? Will it be here or here? It'll be here. So 2 saves.
Okay, so you take 1 wound.
Cool. So one of them's at 1.
Okay. And then the last thing to do is Neferata, who can't reach her opponent because we figured that out.
Haha!
So she's just gonna. Do I pile in? Does it matter? I guess we'll pile in. We'll just push, and then I cannot reach the ogre to attack because we figured out I would be outside of 1 inch. So I believe that's the end of the combat phase.
That
So
is.
we'll go battle shock.
Well, before
Oh.
at the end of the combat phase,
Yes.
we have our gulping bites.
Right,
So,
and I need to heal after you do that.
so every unit on a 4-up will take D3 mortal wounds.
Every unit, or is it
It's each unit.
Each unit
within at least 1 ogre unit?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So where do you want to start?
So we'll start with the Blood Knights.
Okay, 4-up.
4-up.
They
Yep.
take D3 mortals.
D3 mortal wounds. So they take 2.
2. Oh, this is big because this will kill a Blood Knight before they can heal.
Both of them.
Okay, so they will drop a knight and then roll the wound over.
Cool. And then next up are the zombies. Also 4.
Okay.
3 die.
3
Or 3 saves.
3
Sorry.
6-up wards. Yes, 3 die.
I predicted the future.
Uh-huh.
Invest in Dogecoin.
Don't think that.
But seriously, don't.
Don't do that, yeah. This vampire here
Yes.
on a 4-up. Yep. 3.
Where were these dice earlier?
2 6s. Made
Oh,
1.
got
Take
1.
1. So she's up to 2.
Cool. And then lastly, Neferata.
And it's within 3 inches for the bites?
I believe so. We can check that afterwards.
Sure
and
thing.
Reverse
Fire
this.
away.
Yeah. That's a 4-up.
It sure does work.
3 mortal wounds.
Whew.
They are.
I fail them all. Neferata's back up to 11 wounds.
Oh my god.
Still alive on 1.
Oh my. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool. And I think that's it. Battle shock, right?
So, end of combat phase, the knights are going to heal this wound. They have the hunger, they killed an ogre. They can't heal less than one, so I'm just going to take the one away without rolling.
Sounds good.
And then battle shock is going to wipe the zombies out, because that's a total 21 against their bravery 10, so the other 4 go away. Which means I am also going to roll to bring them back.
Right.
Because that's the first unit of mine that has been wholly destroyed.
That's true. So,
So I guess you did score eye for an eye just now. I guess, or do they have to be wiped out by attacks?
Let's check. So eye for an eye says 1 or more enemy units are destroyed this turn.
There you are.
Sweet.
So you achieve your battle tactic thanks to battle shock. Woo! And I will roll to try and bring half the zombies back in the battle shock phase. I'm looking for a 5-up. Yes.
Whoa!
These dice.
Yeah.
You need to buy these dice. Yeah.
Do it. If you're a Soulblight player, this stuff matters. And so, because that's the battle shock before scoring, I'm going to drop them on this objective so that you do not take it away from me.
I knew it. You jerk.
That was good.
R.I.P. in pieces.
Ripping pepperonis.
Yep.
Is that 10 zombies?
Yes.
It looks like 10 zombies.
Yeah.
Okay, so these guys are donezo for the rest of the battle. I can't bring them back.
Okay. Sounds good. And I think that's pretty much it. So now we can just go up to the roll-off, right?
Wait, what's your score?
And we get a score.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I don't get this one.
Right, because you've got 4 and now I've got 13.
I do.
Do you? Well, let's see. You've got
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18,
23, because he's 5, right?
Yep. I think there's only one missing from here, so that's 24 just with this unit.
All right, don't they only count as 2?
2 each, yeah.
Yeah, so that should be 18, right? Because there's 9 of them. Oh, there's not 9 of them. There's 11 of them.
So there's 24 here.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Just
I've
making my
only
point,
got
yeah.
like 5, 15, 16 on there.
Yeah.
So if Neferata had headroom to pile on, I would have contested the objective, but I can't stop it.
Yep.
So you hold the middle for 1.
Yep. And then it is a Galatian champion on there as well. So
For
that's
an
another
extra
one.
1.
And then I get 2 because of my battle tactic.
That's right.
4.
You wiped out the zombies.
So I'm at a total of 9.
That's right.
So it's 9 to 12.
12. Now the roll-off.
Now the roll off for Prio turn 3.
Okay. I'm not going to hit your die this time. No, he had a wound on him.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yes!
Oh,
All
You had
right.
a wound? That guy?
Yeah, the
yeah.
gluttons.
Gotta use those little holders.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, you got some there.
Like,
Yep. Like this.
you might not pick it up, but I will. I was trying to keep it out of the way so we knew which dice was which.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
Bocce ball dice all game, so.
Okay, so we will see you in the hero phase for Ogor Mawtribes turn 3. Okay, so we are here on turn 3 for Ogor Mawtribes in the hero phase. So first of all, the battle tactic I'm going to be picking is gaining momentum, which is going to be, I'm going to be picking Neferata here because she's got 1 wound left, and I have to control 2 objectives, which are probably going to be these 2. Then for my heroic action, I'm going to be doing strike at the opening with my Tyrant here. And one thing to mention as well, with my Warlord Battalion, I'm taking the extra CP this turn, so I've got a total of 2. So yeah, just going to fight with my Tyrant, throw everything into Neferata again.
Strike at the opening is one of the new GHB heroic abilities that lets the Tyrant fight in the hero phase.
That's right. That is exactly right. Thank you. Sorry. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do all out attack.
I can't roar you because we haven't had a charge phase yet.
Right.
Should I do all out attack?
Wait,
I
no, you
should.
can't all out attack because it's the hero phase.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Shooting
so
at-
so I
shooting
also
at-
can't all out defense because
That's
it's the
true.
hero phase.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
So these are going to be hitting on 3s.
Okay.
So, ooh.
It's a solid start.
But that was the Thunder Mace, so that's 1 mortal wound.
Okay. Ooh, she dies.
Okay.
Thank God.
Not again.
Okay, so that was that.
A highly
your
successful hero
heroic
phase.
He just
Yeah.
went boop.
So he's yeah.
100 foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then do you want to do your heroic action?
My heroic action is going to be heroic recovery on Manfred.
Ah.
I am going to roll under his leadership of 10, which I do, and then heal D3 wounds, which is 2. So he's sitting on 1.
All right.
1 taken, that is.
And in shocking defiance of that, I'm going
Heal
to.
down to 1 wound left.
Hey.
In shocking defiance of that, I'm going to Voracious Maw Manfred. The Maw's hungry. It has not been satisfied, despite 2 attempts. So yeah, it's going to be this Butcher onto Manfred over here. So it's a casting value of 7.
It's because I broke your pot.
Not my pot.
I've got one more cast.
Oh, that's right. Mystic Shield on these.
Like, I don't even care anymore.
Yes.
If I can't get the Voracious Maw, who cares? I forfeit! Yeah, he's just going to be casting Mystic Shield onto these gluttons over here. Which he does with an 8.
Okay, I will attempt to dispel with my Arcane Expertise Vampire with a +2. That is dispelled with an 11.
That's fine, that's fine. Oh, sorry, I keep bumping this, but that's fine. I don't care, it's fine. I think that's pretty much it for the Ogor Mawtribes hero phase, so we'll see you at the end of the movement phase. So we're at the end of the movement phase in Ogor Mawtribes, turn 3. So we pretty much just moved the Iron Blaster up here to blast one of those heroes in the face because it's funny. The Butcher is coming over here to try and charge these zombies in the back. These guys have kind of just slowly inched their way forward, but because they can't end outside of 3 of these bats, they've pretty much just been like slightly shuffling. And then I think that's pretty much it because everything else is locked in combat over here. So let's move on to the shooting phase.
Cool.
So why not? We're going to send the Tyrant shots into this Vampire here. So it's going to be 2 shots and a 4-up. Both hit. And then on a 3-up to wound. Just 1 at -1.
Okay, so I'm on a 3-up save. She's got Soulbound Garments as her artifact, so she's on a 2-up base.
Yep, 6 is more than 2.
It is.
6 is more than 3 even, which is good.
You got the pistol and the cannon.
So the pistol is actually going to be going into... I'm actually going to put it into the bats so that you don't do any shenanigans here with the charge for the Butcher. So it's just 1 attack.
Okay.
And it misses anyway, so it doesn't matter. The Iron Blaster is going to now shoot into that Vampire as well that it just failed. That I just failed to kill with the Tyrant. So that's going to be 10 attacks. It's a hero, so it gets +1 to hit. So these are going to be hitting on 2s.
Yep, because of the trophy rack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of the trophy. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are hitting on 2s. So 1, 2 misses, and then sorry about that.
That's right.
And then 3s to wound. So that's 3, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah, at -1.
-1, so 3 ups. I fail 1.
2 damage.
2 damage. We're looking for 6s on the wards. I fail them both. She's taken 4 and is alive on 1.
Well, gosh darn it. I think that's pretty much it for shooting, so we can move straight to charge phase. The only 2 charges we have to make are right here. So let's make the Mournfang first because they're the ones that matter the most anyway. So they're going to be charging for 5 inches, which I think
That's more than enough.
that should be fine, yeah.
Looks like contact.
Yep. So they'll get in there. I'm just going to shift him in here. So that's 5 inches forward for this guy. He's just going to contact there. Then he'll move his 5 inches and end up right about here, like so. And then the Butcher over here is also going to charge. Oh, sorry, we have to resolve the
Impact hits.
impact hits. So that's going to be 5 dice, and we're looking for 6s. These are on the zombie, so just 1.
Okay, 6-up ward for being close to the gravesite. Yes.
Nice. The Butcher is going to be charging into the back of the zombies with an 8-inch charge.
That will do it.
I think that will indeed do it. Yes, it will. So he's going to hit them in the back, and then also get impact hits with 8 dice. So we're looking for 6s here. Just 1.
Didn't even narrate. Dead zombie.
Yep. Okay, so probably we want to have a think about the combat phase, and we'll see you at the start of the combat phase. Okay, we're at the start of the combat phase, and we've decided to start with the gluttons right here. So they've just kind of piled in to get 2 of them within reach of this necromancer back here, or Gerald as I've come to know his name. So they're pretty much just going to send all their attacks. I'm going to all-out attack with them.
That will cancel out the -1 to hit that they're still suffering from the overwhelming dread.
Yep, exactly. So we're going to be sending our 6 attacks into Gerald.
Because they are -1 attack because of the fading vigor that they still labor under from turns ago.
That is correct. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. All of them. Hit.
Okay.
And then these are going to be wounding on 3s. And that's 3 of them.
Okay.
So
So they're rend 1, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm no save, so it's
6 damage.
6 damage. Looking for 6s. Only make 1, he dies.
Farewell, Gerald. We hardly knew ye. Except we did know you. You casted a bunch of spells and it was painful. And then the other 9 ogres are going to be attacking into those blood knights there. So I should have parted this out earlier. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we need +1 from over here because of the squad leader, basically. So all of these attacks going into the Blood Knights. Hopefully, literally anything can squeak through. That would be nice.
Yeah.
You get enough dice. So on 3-ups, so take out all the 2s and 1s.
One more 2 there.
There's one more 2 here and another 2 here. A couple 2 here. Okay.
No ones though.
No 1s. Surprising. And then these are going to be 3s to wound.
Rat dice.
So 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. All right, so it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Wow. 14.
14 2-up saves.
14 2-up saves.
Okay.
I am going to fail 1.
Wow. Okay, 2 damage.
So the Blood Knights will take
Goodness.
6s
Oh, that's
rerolling
true.
1s. Okay, so they
Okay.
take both. They take 2 wounds.
So 1's at 1 wound.
That is correct.
I can do math.
And after this, they can't get the unrendable save anymore because Neferata's toast.
Yep.
So for my first fight, I'll go with the zombies before you kill a bunch of them.
Yep. That's fair.
I'm gonna pile in a little bit off the objective, and because they are not Galician veterans anymore,
Oh, right.
because they're
we
a
came back.
replacement unit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pile in more. I've got 6 inches of pile in, so we'll pile these guys around your base to make room for
Yeah.
the other guy. Can he, or is he too close to?
Oh, he can't pile in away
yeah.
from them.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is as long as you are in base-to-base contact, you can fight too deep because they have a 1-inch reach.
Okay. I'm gonna do this real sloppy because I need to keep them in coherency also while doing this.
Well, as long as they're in base-to-base contact, they're actually in coherency.
What game? I'll believe you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, these guys won't be able to fight into him, but the rest will.
Yeah. Well, I want to put as many attacks into the butcher as I can.
Pile the bases on top of each other. The short button
Yeah,
here.
I'm reaching across a big table here.
Yeah.
So 7 attacks from zombies onto the butcher, 5s and 5s, 6s are mortals. They haven't produced a mortal yet.
God, what the crap?
No wounds.
What the crap?
And then 2 zombies aren't going to hit anything unless they get those 6s.
I know, but I can't.
And then
believe
2
you
attacks
haven't-
into the Mournfangs. There's 1.
Okay.
So 1 mortal into the Mournfangs.
Okay.
Wild.
So one of them has 2 wounds on it.
Yep,
Anything else?
that's it.
Okay. That was on this guy, by the way. I'm not cheating, I swear. Okay, so now I choose the next thing to attack. I can't attack with the Tyrant because he has to go last. I might as well attack with the Butcher.
Okay.
So the Butcher has his 3 attacks with his Tenderizer on a 3+. So 2 of them hit, and then it's going to be 3+ to wound as well. So 2 at rend. Doesn't matter.
How much damage is it?
3 damage each, so
Okay.
6 total damage.
6 total damage. Looking for 6s on wards.
Ooga.
1, 5 dead zombies.
5 dead zombies indeed.
That's 4 and 5.
Okay. Just because I want to make sure they die, I'm just going to put everything.
You actually can't because you can't pile away from.
I've
true.
got loads of other combats first.
Oh, that's.
Oh.
You're right. Yep.
We're
my
gonna.
bad.
Would you please pile the bats in towards the, because they've been tagged. They're within 3 inches. So
Okay.
we'll pull them in, and if they're close enough to fight, is it 2 or 3 that are close enough to fight?
3,
3. Then I'm on 9 attacks into the Mournfangs. Because there's no sense in going with the Blood Knights to the Vampire. Like, he's striking last, and they are all safe from their incoming attacks, so I might as well maximize damage output over there first.
Totally fair.
So this is 4s and 4s into the Mournfangs. There's my 6s, but these guys don't do mortals.
Yeah. Story.
2, no rend.
So 2 at 4+. So 1 goes through.
Okay, it is a single damage.
Okay, so 1's taken 3 wounds.
Chopping down that tree.
Yep. So now I'm going to be putting this Mournfang into these zombies and this Mournfang into these bats.
Okay, so that is the Scalg going into the bats.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
So we'll do the Scalg first, just because you said it. So these are going to be on 4s.
Whoa.
All right then.
Gargan Hacker's letting you down.
Yep. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
And then the regular guy into the zombies?
Well, he's still got his tusks.
Oh, his tusks.
Yeah, so 4 ups as well. It's just 1. And that one wounds at -1.
Okay, will reduce my save to nothing.
So 2 damage.
Okay, 6s. Fail on both, so the bats take 2 wounds.
Cool. And then the other guy into the zombies, so he's going to have his 2 attacks with his Gargan Hacker. Both hit. And then 3 plus to wound. Both wound.
6 damage?
6 damage.
Okay. Only 2 pass. 4 is enough to wipe the unit.
Okay.
And since they're already replacement zombies, they're gone for good.
Farewell. Now you can do whatever you want to me in that combat phase over there.
Yes. All right, so the Blood Knights have piled in. They are going to all-out attack. And the Riders are going to put 13 attacks with 4 of them plus the champion in base contact into those Gluttons. I am now hitting on 2s and then 3s to wound. I've missed twice. And 3s. So that is 10 at rend 1.
Okay, so we're looking at 10 6-ups. So we got 10.
This is the one time I really still miss bounty hunters.
So we've saved 2.
Okay,
So,
so it's 1 damage each, so it's 8 damage gets through.
so basically 2 ogres die and then the damage carries over once.
Okay, and then I get 12 attacks off of my horses for 4 riders. 3 attacks each. All out attacking makes it 3s and 4s. Just 1, no rend.
Okay, so 5 up. Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Goes
take
through.
1 more damage.
Okay. So this one's taken 2 wounds.
Okay, and then my last remaining fight is the vampire. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking about this. She can't do anything.
She couldn't all out attack?
No, because I've already issued it here. Right?
Oh, did you?
So I'm going to all-out defense with my Tyrant.
Okay, well she's going into the Gluttons.
Oh, never mind then.
So I'm doing 3s and 3s. That's a lot of misses. 2 at rend 1.
Okay, 6s.
Make
1
1.
save.
D3 damage. It is 1 damage.
So 1 guy.
She doesn't even kill anything to potentially heal.
Jeez.
All right, Galatian champions. They're great.
Yay.
Okay.
The only
so
thing
that's,
left.
Yeah, that's all of my stuff. So the only thing left is your always strikes last tyrant.
That is right. He always strikes last, and it is in fact the last thing to strike. So he's got his Thunder Mace.
Do you have any rend 2s in there?
I do with the Thunder Mace.
I will spend a command point to all-out defense with her.
Sounds good.
So you are -1 to hit because of my Aura of Dark Majesty.
Sounds good. So he is going to be hitting on 4s instead, and then a 6 will be a mortal wound.
Okay.
So that's 1 mortal wound, and then all hits somehow.
Okay. Well, we'll make the ward save and see if she lives. She does not.
Okay. Farewell.
I tried.
So he goes boop again with his.
Yeah. This is really cleaning out my center here.
Yep.
1 mortal wound at a time.
Okay.
All right. I think that's pretty much the end of the combat phase. So as such, we need to roll the gulping bites for the Gluttons. So we're going to do that on the Blood Knights on a 4-up. Nope. And I don't think there's anything else that's within range of anything.
Nothing fighting a Gutbuster.
Cool.
Okay.
So then Battle Shock.
I need to heal D3 wounds from the Hunger because they did kill a Glutton.
Right.
So they heal 1 of their 2 wounds.
Sounds good. And then the Gluttons lost 2. Oh no, they lost 3. And they have a bravery of 8, so there is a potential that 1 can run away.
Okay.
So let's roll that. 1 does run away.
So you take the injured one.
Yep. Injured 1 goes away.
I hope we're doing that right.
Hope so too.
And then my dire wolves are still here. I don't have anything I can bring back in the Battle Shock phase.
And so for scoring for Ogor Mawtribes turn 3, I've got 1 objective, 2 objectives, Galatian champion on the objective for 3, and then my battle tactic, I killed Neferata and have more objectives, so that's a total of 5, bringing me to 14, and we're at 14 to 12 in favor of Ogor Mawtribes.
So here we are at the beginning of Soulblight Turn 3. In the hero phase, I'm going to start with the I can never remember what it's called. Not the Locus of Undeath. Deathly Invocation. This vampire is going to select this unit of zombies. They only have lost 1 model, so they're going to put that back, be back up to their full 20.
Also, your battle tactic.
My battle tactic is Callous Overlords, selecting my 1 remaining direwolf. He is in for a bad time. I am taking the extra command point from my Warlord Battalion, which I'm going to spend immediately into Manfred to activate Vigor of Undeath, which I forgot to do last turn. And for my heroic actions, I'm going to do the Desperate action on my Vampire Lord here, who still survives, to take 2 heroic actions, and then try to gain a command point, which will happen on a 2-up because my general is dead, which works.
I will also try to gain a command point with my Tyrant over here on a 2-up because my general is also dead, and that also works.
And then this vampire is also going to attempt a heroic recovery as the second action, rolling under a 10, and then D3 wounds, so he will heal his damage completely. For spells, I will start with my arcane-focused Vampire Lord trying to cast Mystic Shield. I am hunting for a 5-up with a +2, so that's a total of 9.
Okay, I don't think I can stop you because he's pretty far away over here. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will grant that Mystic Shield to the wherever my marker went.
Sure.
Ooh, you can try.
Yeah.
30 inches?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you got it. You want to try for a 9?
I will try that, yes.
What's the other spell?
I've got 2 more coming off Manfred.
Oh, right.
I'm going to wait for Manfred's spell,
Okay,
actually.
so Mystic Shield goes up on the Blood Knights. Manfred is going to attempt to cast himself an Arcane Bolt on a 5-up, which he does on a 7.
I will let that one go through as well.
Very good. And then lastly, he's going to attempt to cast Fading Vigor on the Gluttons, looking for a... where's my Fading Vigor? It's either a 5 or a 6. Here it is, 6. On its 7.
All right, so I'm going to be attempting to unbind that one on a 6, which does not happen.
So they are fadingly vigored.
Their vigor, it is faded.
And that ends the Soulblight Gravelord's hero phase, so we'll be back after movement. So here we are after Soulblight Turn 3 movement. The Blood Knights have made a normal move away from the Glutton with Riders of Ruin. The Gluttons have too many wounds to cause any mortal wounds back, so they're just set up for a charge. Manfred's come in and is also sitting 3 inches outside of the Gluttons, getting ready for a charge. The zombies back here and the Vampire Lord redeployed a little to put the Vampire Lord a little further away from harm. And in the far corner, the Felbats retreated from combat with the Mournfang, and the Direwolf moved up.
And in response, the Mournfang did decide to run away a little bit, so they moved 4 inches this way, turning the 3-inch charge into a 7-inch charge.
Mistaken order for me. If I'd moved the wolf while they were still engaged with the Feldats, they wouldn't have been able to move away from me.
That's true.
So we're looking for some charges, since I don't have any shooting. Why don't we start with the Direwolf in the corner? He's looking for a 7 to make contact with those Mournfang. That's only a 6, so I'll spend my remaining command point.
You also have your triumph if you want.
I don't, because I'm 2,000 points.
I'm not your... Sorry. Yes, right. Totally true.
7 makes contact.
Exactly 7.
Woof,
Here's
woof.
hoping I whiff all of my attacks.
Yeah.
Next up, I
You'd be
will
all out attacking.
attempt a 3-inch charge with the Blood Knights with a 10.
Whoa.
That is more than 3.
So that is
What?
some contact.
No,
I guess I'm pulling in the Tyrant too because I want maximum frontage on the Gluttons.
Sounds good.
And then Manfred is also attempting a 3-inch charge on a 7.
Okie dokie. I think I'm probably going to unleash hell with this into your Blood Knights here.
Okay.
So spending that CP there, he's going to be doing his 10 attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10.
It's -1 to hit.
You are within 3.
It's 6 inches.
It's,
Okay.
right, but
Unleash hell.
is the -1 to hit not within 3 inches?
No, it's just when you unleash hell, it's -1 to
there we
hit.
are then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't play shooting armies.
Nice. Yes, that's true. As you can clearly see.
So these will be on 4s. So miss. And that's going to be 6 hits. And then 3s to wounds. Miss. So that's going to be 4 at -1.
Okay, so with Mystic Shield, that puts me on a 3-up.
Okay.
I am going to fail 2.
Okay, 2 damage each.
Okay, so 4. I'm looking for 6s with re-rolling 1s. I still have a banner alive. That's 2, so I take 2 wounds, which is enough to shave off a Blood Knight.
All right.
Can I do this and remain coherent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay.
So now it's monstrous actions.
Yep. Well, at the that should happen at the end of the charge phase. That's right. So we're going to. Are they floating? No, you removed the injured one.
Yeah.
We're gonna roar them.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a 3-up. It succeeds.
Alrighty.
And then at the.
Hold on. Roar is denying them command
That's
points.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't have any command points. Do you want to change that?
Oh, and nothing from a battalion or anything. Then yes, I would stomp them instead.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Yes. Thank you for
Yep. No worries.
for pointing that out. 2 up for a stomp will work, right?
Yep.
It's 3 up for a roar.
Absolutely.
So D3 mortals is 2 mortals.
Okay. So one of them is taking 2 wounds.
And then I'll, at the start of combat, dump the arcane bolt into them to do another D3 mortals for 2 more. So
Okay.
just
So
kill
one's
off
dead.
a glutton.
This one here.
Yep. And then I will fight with the Blood Knights.
Sounds good.
So we'll pile in to contact, think about coherency ahead of time this time.
If you
Oh, this guy shuffled. Don't hate me, YouTube. I'm trying my best.
He is trying his best.
He told me so.
Yeah.
Coherency wise.
Does that work?
Yeah.
That works, right?
Yes.
Okay. And they are still floating a wound. So I've got 4 Blood Knights in contact. This guy's too far out to fight. With the champion, so it's going to be 13 attacks. That is 12 and 13. Because of Manfred's Vigor of Undeath, that is a 1-foot aura, so they're going to be hitting on 2s and wounding on 2s. I missed once. And that is 4, 8, 10 at rend 1.
Nice. 10 around 1, so we're looking for 10 6s, which is a very easily achievable goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
So easy.
So we saved 2 of them. Oh, 3 of them.
Okay.
So 7 go through.
Okay, so it's 14 damage.
14 damage, so that's going to be
2 damage on the charge.
So 3 will die.
And we're floating 2 wounds.
Actually, yeah, 3.
Don't forget, you're going to be down to 5 guys, so you don't have to worry about coherency.
Surprise,
6,
yeah.
9, 12.
Oh, sorry. 3 will die, and then 1 will be at 2
wounds.
wounds. Yeah.
Yep. And then my horses. There's another 12 attacks. They're going to be 3s and 3s because of Manfred. That's a lot of 2s.
Good old Manny.
Good old Manny. So what did I say? 3s and 3s? Yep. So that is 6 at rend nothing.
Cool. So we have 6 saves here on 5-ups. Nothing.
Okay, you're 1 damage each, so that's you're half killed and another ogre.
That's correct. So there's just 2 left.
And it is to you for fighting.
Alright, well I might as well make the most out of those ogres. So I'm going to get those gluttons to attack. Probably... So Manfred's just going to heal himself. So I'm going to see if I can kill any of those blood knights.
Alright.
So I'm just going to pile these guys in here. Actually, yeah, just to get within 2 inches.
Okay.
So that's going to be the -1 attack.
They are still -1 attack, but they have no hit penalties anymore.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 ups. 2 misses. 3 misses. And then we're going to be looking for 3s to wound. So just 2 at -1.
Okay, so I'm on with Mystic Shield. I'll be back up to a 3-up save. I make a both.
He's good. Cool.
Okay.
And then that's pretty much it.
Sure. I will fight with that Doom Wolf.
Okay.
Let's try to pop him one thing maybe.
Yep.
So I've got 3 attacks because he's the champion. He charged, so he's on 3s and 3s. That's all hits. And 1 wound, no rend.
Okay, on a 4-up.
You saved it.
You probably should have piled him in.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, he can just attack with 1.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, the tyrant can still.
The tyrant can go first. Yeah,
Yes.
if you want to delay the inevitable.
I do want to delay the inevitable. I do like preventing.
I like your style.
So I've got 3 attacks with the Thunder Mace, which
Procrastinate, yes.
yeah, exactly. The Thunder Mace.
Too far away to issue a command. It's 1 foot, right?
Oh,
Yeah. So I did roll 1, 6, and 2 ones.
So,
However,
a mortal wound.
D3 because it's a unit of 5 or more with the Thunder Mace, I believe. The target unit has more than 3 models, then the attack causes D3 mortal wounds instead of 1.
Very nice. So you hit, but do you want to do the D3 mortal wounds first?
Sure, let's
Okay.
do it. Yep.
So tell me how many I
so you
take.
rolled it.
2.
I'm looking for 6s, re-rolling 1s. Okay, I will lose a Blood Knight.
Alright, and then the attack resolves without hitting. And then we also have the Beast Skewer Glaive, which is 2 attacks here. So both of those hit. And then to wound is also 3+, so both of those.
Okay.
So rend 1.
Okay, so I'm on 3 ups. I will fail 1.
And that's going to be D3 damage for 2.
That's perfectly killed the Blood Knight before. So 6s, re-rolling 1s. It's a 6 and a 1. So I take 1 wound.
Okay.
I'll just put that back.
And then you can smack me with Manfred.
Yes, I will.
So I can
And
delay
I-
the inevitable even
And I
further.
didn't go with Manfred first. When he kills something, he gets a +1 attack bubble, but it's only to summonable units, and the Blood Knights are not summonable. So Manfred's on 2s and 2s because of Vigor of Undead. This is Christ 4. It's 3 hits. And 2 wounds at rend 1.
Okay, so these are 6 ups.
It's D3 damage. So that's going to be 4 damage.
So you kill one exactly.
Okay, and then the Sickle Glaive is 2s and 2s. It's both at rend 1.
Okay. 6s.
And that'll be the unit. It's 2 damage each.
Farewell buttons. Farewell. So I think you said that this guy was within 3 inches.
Yes, yeah. If you want to pile him in, then you're welcome to do so.
Delay the inevitable.
Yeah.
One more time.
I mean, hey, throw some attacks out.
So he's just gonna kind of boop like that.
Okay.
So I don't even know what his combat profile is. It looks
It's
like
pretty
actually,
decent.
yeah, it's not bad. So he's got
like a
3
soft monster, right?
Yeah. He's got 3 attacks with his clubber, so there's going to be 3s and 3s. So
Oh,
these ones, jeez.
the dream is alive. No, it's not.
Nope. And then these are going to be 4s and 3s with the sharp horns. He did not charge, so Rhinox charged.
Okay.
Both hits.
Okay, both hits. So 3 ups. So both wound, and these are going to be at -1.
Okay, so 3 ups. I fail 1. How much damage?
D3 damage.
1.
Just 1.
6 up. Nope, takes 1 more.
Okay. And then lastly, he has his 2 attacks with his jagged blade. So 5s. Just 1. Nope.
Okay,
And that's that. And then over here,
it's time.
If you have to.
if I have to. So there's going to be 5 attacks with the Gargan Hackers. 4 of which
It's a good roll. I like that.
and then we're looking at 2, 6 damage.
Rend 2, so it goes right through my saves, so I'm looking for wards. I don't pass all of them, so he dies, so I get my battle tactic.
No! No!
Yep.
Alright, at the end of the combat phase, both Manfred and the Blood Knights are going to heal with the Hunger.
Sounds good.
So Manfred can't heal less than 1. Blood Knights heal D3, so they're going to heal completely as well. And then in the Battle Shock phase, I'm going to try and bring back 5 Direwolves. I wiped out one of your units this turn, so I get a +1 to the roll. I'm looking for a 4+. Nope.
Okay. I don't think there's any battle shock to do on my end, like we mentioned, so just
Scoring.
Scoring. I hold 1. I've got
That.
7 Blood Knights plus Manfred for 17 against your 8, so I'll hold 1-2. I'm not contesting it with the Galician Champion. I do get Callous Overlord because the
Yes.
Direwolves died, so I will score 4 points.
Yep.
Yeah, 1-2 and Battle Tactics. So it'll bring me up to a 16 to your 14.
sounds good.
And then we've got Prio
Right.
for turn 4.
Yep.
It's a 6.
That's a 4.
Okay.
So you get the double turn.
I think I'm going to take the double turn. We'll be back after I figure out what I'm going to do with it. For Soulblight Gravelords turn 4, in the hero phase, I've chosen Eye for an Eye as my battle tactic. I'm going to read that again real quickly to make sure I don't have to choose something, and I do not. I lost the dire wolves, haha, so I'm going to try and kill something.
That's what they call the wombo combo.
For my heroic action, I'm going to try to gain an extra command point on Manfred. I'm looking for 2-up since my general is dead. It activates, which I'll just spend immediately into activating Vigor of Undeath.
Cool.
Yep. And I'm going to be taking Strike at the Opening with my Tyrant, and I'm going to immediately try and fight those Blood Knights. So let's start the fight.
Since this is happening in the hero phase, I can't all-out defense, and I don't have any buffs up yet from, say, Mystic Shield, so it's a good opening.
Yep. So we're going to do the Thunder Mace first, so these are going to be 3-ups to hit, and then 6s fancy stuff happens, but there's no 6s, and there's 2 2s, so 3s to wound, so 1 at -2.
-2, so I'm on a 5-up save, which I fail.
And that's going to be 3 damage.
Okay, so that's enough to kill a Blood Knight if I don't pass any of the wards. But I kill a Blood Knight. Still
that guy?
Yeah. I was going to say, I was just counting Blood Knights to see where I need to stop worrying about coherency.
So now we have the Beast Skewer Blade.
One more.
Glaive.
Oh.
So that's 1 hit, and then we're going to be doing on a 3+ again. Tension.
You got it.
-1.
-1, so I'm on a 4-up, which I pass.
Sweet. And that's going to be pretty much it for me.
Okay. For spells, I'm going to have... you're too far away to cast Mystic Shield on anybody, buddy. I really don't know what to do with that. Oh, yeah, I don't know what to do with that guy. So Manfred is going to try to cast Arcane Bolt on himself. Looking for a 5. That's a 10.
Jeez.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
And then he's going to try to cast Fading Vigor on a 6, which is a 6.
I will attempt to unbind that. And
It is unbound. You've got Soulblight Pinions, Mystic Shields. I really can't think of a use here. Let's chuck Mystic Shield out from this guy anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get it on the table. So that's a 12.
And that would go off twice. Oh no, it's not. It's not.
It is not a
Lord
Soulblight
Vampire
Graveyard spell. Yeah. So we'll give that to the zombies so they have a
Right.
save. Well, maybe we'll give it to himself.
Yeah.
So that he has a better save. And that is going to be it for the hero phase for Soulblight Gravelords. So we will see you again after movement. After Soulblight Gravelord movement, the Blood Knights have pulled out of combat and are sitting outside of 3 inches of the Tyrant and Iron Blaster. Manfred did not move so as not to give the pair of them another chance to redeploy or unleash hell. And the Fellbats went deep into the backfield on the far side of the table, just trying to get as far away from everybody as possible, setting up for maybe a Desecrate later on in the game. We'll go into, since I don't have a shooting phase, we'll go straight into charges. The Blood Knights are trying for a 3-inch charge, which they fail. They will re-roll with with Swift from their Vanguard battalion.
That's what I was thinking of.
With an 8, that will be enough to connect. I'm gonna bring the Tyrant in because I want to keep him tied up here, and I might do some damage to him. We'll see. Ooh, that's making Manfred kind of tricky though.
And now did you want to unleash hell?
And now we do Unleash Hell
Okay.
into the Knights. 6.
And I cannot all-out defense here if I wanted to.
That's true.
Okay. I don't think I want to.
Alright, this is going to be 10 attacks on 4s because -1.
Yep.
That's a lot of 1s.
And
But everything else
that
is
statistically average,
Yep.
actually.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Still somehow.
So these will be on 3s. Alright, so that's 4 at -1.
4 -1 puts me on 4-ups. I pass them all.
Wow.
They love it.
And Manfred's coming in next. With an 11, he'll get wherever he wants to.
He does a lap and then makes it in.
Yep. So we will put him
Party time.
right over here.
The Blood Knights did that thing where they catch the bullet in their teeth.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
For monstrous actions, I am going to stomp the Iron Blaster since it is not itself a monster.
Sure.
On a 2-up, I'll deal D3. It takes 1. And then I will dump an Arcane Bolt into it at the beginning of combat to do another D3. So it'll deal another 1.
Okay.
Then we'll go with the Blood Knights. The Tyrant is always striking last, right? Because he struck in the hero phase?
That is correct. Yep.
So I've got 4 Blood Knights in contact. I've got Manfred too. Maybe I go with Manfred first to see if I can kill the Iron Blaster so the Blood Knights could pile in. Let's do that. So Manfred will attack the Iron Blaster, looking for 2s and 2s with Christ 4. That's all hits. And 3 wounds at Rend 1.
Okay, so these are going to be on 5s. Just 2 go through.
Okay, 2d3. That's 5.
Okay, so he's so far taken 7.
Okay.
He's got 2 remaining.
Sickle Glaive on 2s and 2s. 1 miss. And that is a wound at Rend 1.
Okay, so 5 up. He saved it.
We're back. So we're halfway through Manfred's attacks. Next up is his Ebon Claws. These will be 3s and 2s. And that's 3 hits. And 2 wounds at Rend 2.
Okay, so these will be 6 up saves.
Okay, and they're 2 damage a pop, so that'll be the end of the Iron Blaster.
Goodbye, Iron Blaster.
No more blasting.
No more blasting.
And then
for
we'll
you.
pile into the Tyrant since he's fighting last.
Will we be blasting in heaven from now on?
Not sure how coherent I can make these guys. The champion's going to have to stay out here. Like that?
I think you could have done this.
I don't know if he had 3 inches of movement to get
Oh, really? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because he was way over here.
Okay. So then, 3 guys?
3 guys. YouTube's going to tell me I'm robbing myself of stuff here. But...
Yeah. I'm going to do all-out defense on my Tyrant here.
Okay, I am within range of Vigor of Undeath. So they will be 9 attacks off the riders, hitting on, it'll be Champ in there? Champ's in the back here.
Oh.
So, no extra attack, but only 1 miss, because I'm 2s and 2s on the charge with Manfred and Vigor of Undeath. So that is 7 at Rend 1.
7 indeed. So this is going to be on a 4+. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 that go through.
Okay, so it's 8 damage.
Okay, and so that's 8 ward saves on a 5 up.
Oh, right.
Because it's got the Death Cheater big name.
Yep. So that's 6 wounds that go through.
Okay, and then I will make 9 attacks off my horses. 3s and 3s. Only 2.
All right.
And no Rend.
3 ups.
Fail
One goes
1,
through.
it's 1 damage, so 5 up.
He's
Make
okay.
it. He's alive on 2.
That's right. Then he fights back.
Yes, he does.
So he's got his Thunder Mace.
Thunder.
So just 1.
Oh.
And then, oh, sorry about that. 1 at Rend 2.
Okay, so a 5 up save for the Blood Knights. They pass.
All right, and then 2 attacks with the Beast Skewer Glaive. So that's both hits. And then 1 wound at Rend 1.
Okay, on a 4 up. Pass that too.
All right. So that's the end of the combat phase. Gulping Bite is the last thing.
Yep, I am in contact, so that's going to work.
A 4 up. That does go off, and then that's going to be 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, I'm saving on 6s for my ward save. I fail them all, lose a Blood Knight. I don't have to care about coherency anymore.
Yay!
So he bit one harder than his weapons hit.
Yeah, exactly. That checks out.
End of turn, there's no battle shock to be done. The Blood Knights can't fail off of a single guy. I will roll to bring back the Direwolves again. I have wiped out the Iron Blaster, so on a 4 up, I will get some Direwolves back. I do, so I'll bring 4 or 5 wolves back. I can't re-summon wolves anymore.
We can place them after.
I think we're going to put them over here. Oh, I have to be outside of 9 of your guys.
That's pretty much outside of the objective.
Yeah, I don't think I can actually set them on the objective, as funny as that would be. Yeah, there's no way I get on there. Okay, so we'll figure out where they're going to get placed, but for immediately, I've scored 1, scored 2, I'm not contesting with the Galatian champion, and I achieved eye for an eye. So I'll score 4 points to bring me up to 20 to the Ogres 14.
Yep.
And we'll see you in Ogor Turn 4.
Okay, so we are at Ogor Mawtribes Turn 4, I think it is now.
Yes.
So we're in the hero phase. There's nothing really to resolve. Battle tactic. We're going to be going with United Defense. So basically, I'm just going to try and have 2 Galatian champions on this objective and control this objective by the end of the turn. And then for heroic action, I'm just going to strike at the opening with my Tyrant immediately.
And roll for a CP.
And roll for a CP afterwards, but we'll we will roll his attacks first. So Thunder Mace.
Thunder.
So that's 1/6, so D3 mortal wounds. So that's going to be 3 mortal wounds.
Again, 6s rerolling 1s. I'll reroll the 1. That kills a Blood Knight.
Okay, 1 Blood Knight down, and then that's 2 attacks that hit. So there's going to be on 3s, so just 1 goes through at -2.
Okay, so 5 up. I fail it.
And that's 3 damage.
3 damage is enough to kill another Blood Knight.
So you get your 6
wards.
up?
Oh yeah. 3 damage.
You don't have to.
I mean,
Well,
I
you
made
got
one,
one.
okay, so I'll just put 2 wounds down instead of taking a whole model up.
And then the Beast Skewer Glaive, so that's 2 attacks. Just 1 hits. It's 3 up again. So -1.
Okay, 4. Nope.
So D3 damage.
2. 6s. Make 1, take 1, so it's enough to finish off the Wounded Blood Knight. When do I have to be in coherency?
You don't have to until the end of the turn.
Great.
Sweet.
Bye.
Yep.
My heroic action.
Oh, I gotta roll to get a CP
Oh, yeah,
and a 2
right.
plus, which he does.
What do I want to do? What did I want to do? I don't want to recover. I can't recover anybody. I don't care about extra unbinds. I don't think I care about finest hours. So let's try for a CP on Manfred. Looking for 2. Yep.
That'll do it. Cool. All right. So then we will see you. Oh, sorry, no. Spells.
Spells.
Those are
The
kind of
important bit.
important.
You don't have to.
So first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cast Voracious Maw. It's gotta go off 1 time.
You're not right.
Fourth time's the charm. Fourth time's the charm. So he's gonna cast Voracious Maw on. Probably not worth casting on Manfred, to be honest.
He's on his full 12, so you'd have to get the 4 up on maximum D3s like 3 times.
Yeah. Actually, I am gonna cast it on Manfred.
That's more fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's way
it's
more
much
fun.
more fun.
Spike.
On a 7
and
up?
Shoot for the stars.
Oh, it's an 11. And we measured ahead of time.
I've got.
There's no point in not.
Yeah, I've got multiple dispel attempts. I might as well try for the boxcars. Do not get it. All right, so
All
I
right,
take,
Manfred.
Okay, here we go.
D3, so you take 3
so I
so
take
far,
3 6s. I pass 1, take 2,
but ignore 1.
but ignore 1, so I take 1.
Yep. And now the Maw.
4 up.
Now! God damn
Okay,
it.
1 mortal wound.
The Maw has failed me this game.
Your second cast.
So
Did it ever fail?
he casts Mystic Shield on the Tyrant over here. I don't know why I rolled a single
You
die.
roll another one. 4, you failed.
Yeah, I do fail. It's getting late. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really late.
So that's it for the hero phase. We'll see you at the end of Ogor Mawtribes' movement phase. Alright, so the movement that we've done, we moved the Butcher up here to just be sitting on the objective. We moved the Mournfang up here. They backed up because that's the maximum movement they could get. They want to try and charge those wolves. So they're going to reverse charge. It's a new tactic that we're trying out. Now we're back on to shooting phase. So the Ogre Tyrant has 2 pistol shots that he's going to be putting into the Blood Knights. They hit on 4+. Neither of which, well, I mean, combined they're 4. So, yeah. But the Skalg is going to use his 1 pistol shot at the wolves over there. And that'll hit. And then on a 3+, that'll wound. And that's going to be -1.
Okay, so I'm looking for a 6 on the armor save for those wolves, which make it at the end.
Cool. Sounds good. And that's going to be it for shooting. Then we might as well resolve our charges. So the Mournfang are going to charge first. I am going to use my Triumph to re-roll that charge for an 8.
That seems good.
And they're just basically going to go beep, beep, beep,
Yep.
beep directly
Backing
into the
up.
back of these guys. And then they'll roll their 8 dice to see how many mortal wounds they get.
Looking for 6s.
Looking for 6s indeed. So we're just going to roll this over here. 6s.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Alright. Butcher is also going to charge his wall.
Bold.
Very bold.
4 inches. I don't think that's going to...
I think you can get into there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can do it.
Alright.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he's
for
just
sure.
going to go like that.
Bang, bang, boom.
So he's going to roll 4 dice. 6s. Nothing.
Okay.
And that's going to be that. I guess we can just move directly into combat. The Butcher is going to use his attacks on the Blood Knights.
Okay.
So he's got 3 attacks, 3+, 3+.
I am going to all-out defense with my command point.
Sounds good. 3+3+.
Seems good.
So all 3.
Those were 6s.
It didn't matter.
Oh, okay.
But it's the butcher, not
Oh, the
tyrant.
butcher, right? Okay. So
The tyrant's always
I
striking
can't
last, 'cause he
remember.
probably-
Oh, right.
1 at -1.
1 at -1, so
Yep.
I'm +1 -1 with the all-out defense, so I'm 3 up, which pass.
Cool. All right.
Okay, we will go with the Blood Knights.
Sounds good.
They are gonna wiggle around here.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah, I'm gonna just rotate. Oh, I can't move him farther away from the butcher. Man, coherency's tough, guys. I'm gonna put the 2 normal Blood Knights into the tyrant.
Okay.
With Manfred still in range, I'm on 2s and 2s.
I will all-out defense the tyrant.
Okay. And 2s. That's 5 at rend 1.
5 at rend 1. So
Plus
it's
1
gonna
minus
be
1 puts you on 4s.
4s indeed. So 3 go through.
Okay, so 5 at wards. They're 1 damage each because I didn't charge.
Okay,
And
so
I've still got the champion on the butcher and the horses.
you need a pretty good roll here.
I do. And I don't get it.
No, 2
barely
wounds
dies.
goes through.
Farewell, Mr. Tyrant.
Okay. And then we'll do the Blood Knight champion into the butcher. 4 attacks, 2s and 2s. That's 3 hits and 2 wounds at rend 1.
All right. So rend 1 brings him to 6s. Saves
Stays
1.
single damage.
Okay.
And then the horse. 3s and 3s because of Manfred. Hits. Wounds, no rend.
5s. Sorry. That's.
Definitely cocked.
Yep. So all 3 go through.
Okay, so it's 3 more damage.
Alrighty. Boom, boom, like that.
Boom, boom.
I would resolve the Morn Fang, but I think at this point I'm just going to call it, just because with the Tyrant dead, there's
Yep,
not much
you're
I
going
can
to
do.
fail your battle tactic here. Next turn, I'm going to rock probably the full 7 points because I can pinions run her onto the center objective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
So well fought.
Yeah, good game.
Nice. And thanks to everyone for watching. We'll see you guys next time.